Chisa. Ah, yes. My favorite suspension bridge effect. I love it. I'm stuck in a building with this girl. There's no one else. She can only fall in love with me or the capybara. And, in my opinion, I think I'm edging out the capybara. I think I'm edging out the capybara in, you know, potential chances here. So Chisa, please, continue to be alert. Well, actually, it's not really a survival situation. Perhaps we should make it a bit more dangerous. Like, she's just drinking coffee and she's pretty satisfied with her life. We need to, like, I don't know, add in some zombies, like, smash the windows up again, put some canned food down. You know, just you know, add in a little bit of tension. We got that suspension bridge effect really does need that extra bit of tension. Otherwise, it wouldn't really work. How else am I going to get women in this goddamn game? It's not like the rover is some sort of magical Riz magnet. You know, I was thinking about the other day. I really think they should incorporate, like these gacha games always have the MC getting crazy Riz with every girl they meet, right? So like every girl they meet wants to be like, I'm gonna go crazy for you. And you know, like that doesn't matter who they are. Usually even villain girls will end up somehow, or at least teasing some romantic interest in the main character for most of these types of games. Why not go the extra mile and make a character, a rollable character or a villain character be someone who's doing something for you for some crazy purpose? For example, like I know I talked about this with Pavlova's Quest, but I was thinking about this with especially with Girls Frontline 2. Because Girls Frontline 2, for those who don't know, Girls Frontline is obviously, dude is surrounded by a bunch of robot girls, and all the robot girls were like, clank, 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 Commander. But wait a minute, I thought of this thing, I was like, wait a minute, Commander's just like random human. And it's been 10 years since the ending of Game 1. So Game 2 is set 10 years after that, so like all the girls have known him for a long time, they've all got to know him and stuff, and they should really like him. Why don't, and this is like a type of villain I'd like to see in Wuthering Waves, if they could pull it off, I'm not sure how. Why don't they have a villain whose express purpose is, oh my god, Commander, you're like a shitty human. You'll die eventually, and I'm like an immortal doll robot woman. I can literally live for potentially thousands of years, right? Right? So why not have the villain be like, I'm going to try and kidnap and like gift change reality to fit my thing. Like the Commander or the rover, well, the rover wouldn't count because the rover's like immortal, but the Commander's like, oh, Commander's gonna die, and the Commander's happy with that. He's like, oh yeah, it's human, we all die eventually. Robot GF is like, no, and then just kind of their entire thing is around trying to kidnap them. And they're like, that'd be a fun little like thing. Like they want to kidnap them and do crazy experiments on them, maybe at the cost of other people's lives and stuff, in an attempt to try and go like, I don't care if you hate me, Commander. My idea is this: I'll make you immortal, and I'll make it so you're never, you're always never, forever non-aging human. And then like, while you hate me now, one day I know you'll forgive me, and that's the moment we'll be together again. And I can wait a million years for that, because you'll be able to live a million years under whatever I do. That'd be an interesting story. I kind of like the ideas of that, because I think you gotta utilize the Riz. I think it'd be fun to utilize it, making more yandere kind of storylines instead of, you know, what you'd call. There's a, when it comes to like I've talked about red flags in various gacha games before. And they have plenty of red flags. But I think one of the big problems that gacha games in general really suffer when trying to manifest a red flag character is the red flag actions. Now, I've said this before, and I've referenced it before, especially when in regards to things like, in Wuthering Waves, for example, having a mafia family that really does no mafia stuff. Having a cult that, on the face of it, does no cult-like shit. Like, that kind of stuff. And it's the same for yandere or red flag. So you have a red flag character in like a gacha game, and then she'll like do some cute like, oh hey there little boy type shit towards like the main character, and everyone will be like, oh my god, mummy and mummy and mummy, and you know, talk about red flag girls, but then they never follow up with a true red flag action. Like, you gotta, for example, Florence in Girls Frontline 2 is a very horny red flag girl to a lot of degrees. But it never actually goes anywhere. It's always treated as a joke. One of the girls in Star Rail, I can't remember her name, but she's the hot one. Look at this, that narrows it down. But she's a red flag girl, and her teleportation based. You can't stop me. I was jumping here first. But the point is, they never follow through. They're always like the kind of veneer of being insane yandere girls who are ready to go crazy to the nth degree, and then they never go that far. They're like, oh, look at all my red flags, and then they just never actually enable them. They're almost like they're red flags that are actually just kind of dipped in red, in like red paint. Like there's green under there, more or less, is what I'm trying to say. I find that happens a fair bit. It happens a fair bit. I would prefer it. I would prefer to see that there was a little bit more narrative, like put into the efforts there. I think that would be enjoyable. But yeah, that's my one like pet peeve with a few things in gacha games. The tendency to pretend to go, we could go this far, but then not go this far. For example, if I was added in for, like, say, the cult, like I said, have some more cult-like examples in the city for Renacedia, have the mafia do some mafia shit, as opposed to just being the veneer of mafia of, like, look, we're all in suits and we run a bank and we all, like, talk like Italians. No, just, like, add in some, like, fucking, like, some true, oh, shit kind of shit stuff, rather than, like, we're actually just, like, the government that really likes to look like we're a bunch of evil people, because it's a vibe. You know? But that's just my pet insanity. Alright. We're playing the game now. Wait. What? Is that the thing that... It's this thing, right? I have to go through this, yeah? Explore time, I think. Let's go, Chisa! I'm going to teach you, Chisa, what love means. It means two people stuck in a situation where they can't escape one another, and, you know, just biology takes over the rest. I was wondering if they actually wouldn't let Chisa leave this place, because what happens, because, like, I know Chisa hangs out in the little cafe here. Presumably, the cafe is not going to disappear after we finish this area and this quest. So perhaps we'll end up with Chisa locked in this place, even at the end of all things. I first ended up in this place 2 months ago. It wasn't during the Lament occurrence, so I had a bit of time. Yeah, do you remember what happened? What were you doing? Were you just like going to school? Okay, so 3 days later after you arrived, there was a repeat. At that time, the radiation stuff bled through the cracks in the sky, and the world sliced open through invisible pieces. People, space out, everything fell. Well, yeah, that says, but you did fall into this weird place, so fair enough. How the fuck are we supposed to recreate the goddamn city to find out the undercover what really happened? And also, like, yeah, what the hell? Do you think GTA will come out before anime GTA will come out before... Well, it's already come out. It's already come out. Like, that was fucking NTE. And while I'm not a big fan of NTE for a variety of reasons, that's anime GTA, more or less. I mean, kind of like a, you know, a GTA at home situation, but it is what it is. I don't know about an answer coming out. I have no idea. But when it does come out, I'll probably play it on stream, just to at least complain about it. Who knows? I have a habit of looking up at every gacha game that appears. Where are we on the suffering meter? Right now, it's actually pretty good because we're in a locked box situation with Chisa. And Chisa's really cute, and I really like her. Look, she even has like a squishable thigh fucking thing. You know, I have no idea why girls would wear these Like, not a sock holder. It's like literally just she's just got a strap that is seemingly cutting into her circulation of her thigh, for the express purpose of indicating how squishy the thigh is. Very intense, clever. I mean, at least my one, you could probably put a handgun in it. But anyway, I'm pretty happy so far. Like, I wouldn't. Okay, we all know it's gonna fall apart. We all know it's gonna fall to trash slices. Given enough time, when I get close to the end, no doubt everything's gonna stop making sense. They're gonna add in a whole bunch of like emotional music, and it's gonna be like, no, Chisa, don't do it. She's like, I deserve to be here. Where? And then just like kills herself or some bullshit. Like, and key point, none of it is like foreshadowed or whatsoever. And then when it comes to the final defeating, like, don't worry, we've got the MacGuffin, and then the MacGuffin will get destroyed, and I'll be like, no, what the edge? But then I'll realize the true MacGuffin was in my heart all along, and I'll be like, yeah, and everything will be fixed. And I'm gonna be upset again. But until that moment, I mean, I'm just kind of enjoying the quest so far. I mean, it's not crazy, it's not insane. But as I said, I'm trying to like just put myself in the moment, and I think Cheese is cute. We got a mild mystery of wherever the fuck we are. The map's kind of neat, and Cheese is cute again. Like, let me just that's a major point here. So, who's there? It's me. I'm here. Stop. Oh look, she's looking at me. Oh my god, hell yeah. If they go for the meta story right now, it'd be kind of like fucking like Jesus Christ. Oh. Okay, that's the one thing I will say about the arc that I don't hate. I'm more of a, oh my god, I hate how they do this in every gacha game, is fucking Namipon, the goddamn mascot. Jesus Christ. 7 stream match. Oh my god, am I becoming popular? People are actually showing up to these streams consistently. It's not just a handful of people showing up to be like, I fucking hate you, stop being mean to Wuthering Waves. Yes, detective poems. Sharp as attack you too. Oh, okay. Alright. This is probably one of the first times an expression on fucking the rover has ever given any sort of indication about their personality, and also having a bit of a cuteness. That was a bit cute. I like how she bent down. It was very cute. I like it was very, very adorable. Chisa with the arms across is like, very cute. I like this. Also, this would be a great scene to mention, like, if I was making my video. So I'd be mentioning something about the rover having extreme amounts of autism, something she loves trains, and then I would show this scene and just zoom right in on her face. Be meaner to Wuthering Waves. I'm good. I'm trying. Oh yeah, more stream streaks. Look at you guys go. Look at you go. I mean, I am playing Wuthering Waves, and you all like love watching me suffer. I guess that's the fucking plan. Like, oh, play a good game? Nah. I don't want to see Detective play a good game and enjoy himself. No, I want to see Detective fucking in a ditch, yelling and screaming. And to be fair, everyone does love a horror story. Well, it might be more effective for Wuthering Waves to be an awful fucking game that I hate and it's terrible, and maybe that'll lead to more of you motherfuckers wanting to stick around and watch. I'm enjoying the small change of pace of mildly interesting with cute girl who's got a ratty uniform, because good lord, there's holes in it and shit like that. But yeah, anyway, autistic rover aside, let's continue. Oh my god, look at that angle. No. Can I put that angle on when I'm in the gameplay? I would like her to lean over like that. Have you seen the angle meme on Twitter where it just, I mean, it was around for like 3 minutes and then it left. This district was full of secrets. Oh man, they really love the fucking Namipon mascot in this fucking city. What's up, Chisa? What's up? What if it turns out that Chisa has cancer and she can only survive by being in here, and if she leaves, her heart will explode? That would be silly, but at the same time, kind of funny and exciting. I mean, if Wuthering Waves is prepared to just randomly throw stuff out there to be intense, why don't they just throw out there some stuff to be really intense and have a sad ending? Not like a super sad ending, maybe like a I'll find a way out eventually one day, but for now I can never leave this hole. But I do want him to play good games. I will eventually. Eventually. Well, no, I will, once Wuthering Waves is done, pardon me, I will move on to some other games. And I say that because, well, if I'm gonna make a video on Wuthering Waves, I need to finish fucking Wuthering Waves, so that's why we're going through it so fast. While I am writing the script as we go through these things, I do need more information. But having something bad happen to a gacha girl, I'd think about the whales. I know, I'm thinking about them all the time, how I'm not one and how they ruin everything but simultaneously provide all of this if it wasn't for those fickle motherfuckers at the top. See, that's why I like games like, gacha games like Girls Frontline. Because you see, while yes, they are also dedicated to whales, and the whales are what are keeping Wuthering Waves alive, you need to follow up with the secondary notion there. While whales keep gacha games alive, if the gacha game has established a culture of its narrative and story at the start, like right at the very start, and it kept that narrative from the very start, the whales are used to it. Essentially, they're whales of a whole more cultured taste. Whales, for something like Genshin or Wuthering Waves, if you added in some horrifying shit like the characters all got stuck in a war zone, and like there was like a, you know, everyone's suffering and we're all in dugouts crying our eyes out, people were like, oh, I hate it, I'm leaving. But if the game started as dugouts in the war zones on the fields of France, gacha game World War I trenches, then the whales who showed up would be like, yeah, I'm alright with this. So by setting expectations, you can actually get some pretty good story out of these things. So I'm just saying, if we can cultivate good whales, is what I'm saying. We can cultivate good whales. Nikkei's another decent example, I would say. The story can be kind of dark, and especially in some of the past events and stuff. And while there are more elements in Nikkei compared to something like Girls Frontline that I'd say lines you couldn't cross where I would like them to be crossed. That doesn't change the fact that Nikkei still has a relatively serious story that can go to the extremes of like showing off darker elements. Unfortunately, Wuthering Waves is still up here. Now, that's not to say they can't do some darker elements. I entirely think they could. It's just that they refuse to. For example, I reckon something like I said with Luno. Luno being estranged from all of her family and friends because of the memories, or some darker elements that lead to resolutions, but still like a little bit of a rougher way. Those kinds of things can totally still be done with the current whales. The whales aren't the defining trait that make a gacha game locked into being shitty. It's the writers that do that. The whales just give some general rules, some far barriers of what it can't go and do, really, based on expectations. And those expectations become more solid as the game progresses. I join and Detectives Glazing GFL, I feel at home. Yes, welcome to the Glaze Fest. Oh, speaking of Glaze Fest, are you guys ready for the 2027 Prisma Ilia review that's gonna come out? Prisma Ilia, because I don't know, maybe I fucking manifested that into reality because I made that joke in my video about Prisma Ilia being peak Fate series, and then like not even a week later from the Fate Zero video, Prisma Ilia gets announced at 2027. A massive anime for Prisma Ilia is gonna come out, and I was like, what? Did I manifest this? Did I do this? Did I affect reality? Detective, do you want to suffer like anime girls? Not sure that's healthy. Okay, no, I don't really want to suffer like the girls that I see in here. But I would say one thing. If I was suffering alongside these girls, you know, that would change up a lot. There is a certain, like, oh, wow, this is so sad. Look at all this suffering. Wow, Luna, you're really fucking hot. This is kind of making it worth it. All my friends and family don't remember me, but wow, being alongside the rover, damn. I mean, the rover's the more plain of the variants, and you know, gacha game protagonists are usually not over the top hot like that. But I like Rover. I think she's very attractive. Still a big example of how gacha games weaken. Still a big example of how gacha weakens the game, particularly story. Yes, it is. The whales are one of those things, but they're just a more direct example of a fan base in a series. For example, if you made a Resident Evil game and then you just completely went against the core of Resident Evil in some direction, some method, whether it being in terms of gameplay, but mostly in story, a lot of the whales, quote unquote, or other fans would buy the game and they'd get upset. So in a way, I'm arguing against the concept of fans or long-term fans. But it's very different when it comes to games like gacha games, because the fans aren't, and when I say fans, I'm talking about the people who buy the game in this point, the whales, because they're buying individual characters within a narrative, and the culture of the games more or less revolves around, this is my wife, meet my wife, she has very cute hair and socks and legs, and here she is smiling at me, quote unquote, the proxy. Like, you know, the proxy of me, not as in Zenless Zone Zero's characters. Like, this is me, and she's smiling at me, and she's happy with me, and I solved all of her easy problems, like she couldn't reach the top of the shelf. And then they're happy. I personally, like, this is my personal feelings on the idea of a wife. I think I'd find more attraction with a waifu character who'd gone through trouble, and then I'd gone through difficult times with, as opposed to showed up, told me her problems, then I solved them, which is why I find a lot of the girls in various games are more interesting, and I'd find to myself like, yeah, wow, hell yeah, like this girl and the main character are a massive fucking couple. This is so cute because they went through hell together, or something like that. And then of course, but then again, that falls apart because everyone also knows that I totally support a gacha game character fucking dying. I would fucking support a rover getting with some girl who's like, well, not getting with, but, you know, getting really close and being very romantic, or at the very least very close to each other, and then that girl fucking dying, and then that being a defining factor in how the rover treats everyone going forward, and like how she kind of like maybe withdraws from other characters, and it, like, the whole narrative becomes more insular as like the rover needs to overcome the fear of getting close to people and the pain that comes about from that. Like maybe like they people suffer because they're near me, you know, that kind of shit. Like, I would enjoy that. Nikkei does touch on some interesting topics, pushing the cost of war on someone else, abandoning soldiers. Yeah, it does. In the end, it's mostly expectations you set up. Yes, it is mostly expectations. As I've talked about in the past, it's all about those expectations, and those expectations are established from Chapter 1, which is where Wuthering Waves is always going to have a horrible fucking time. I don't think anyone in my type of enjoyer will probably have reached this point. Ever. Someone who plays with my mindset, a gacha game, would never have finished Chapter 1 like I did. They would have dropped that shit like a rock. Like, the only type of people who would get this far, other people who are like major gameplay initiators, who are like, number go higher, brrr, number go higher. I don't give a fuck about the story, I'm just gonna click the skip button. That was the only people that would have reached this point. That are like, anyone like me would not have got here. In my expectations, at least. Or people who hadn't experienced a lot of games. There are people out there who just be like, I've never experienced a gacha game, and I hear everyone like Genshin, but I can't be bothered to get into something with like 1 billion fucking hours, so I'm gonna jump in on the floor of this new gacha game, and then it becomes their whole life. I'd be quite honestly interested to see how many of the high peak fans of Wuthering Waves was my first gacha that they truly gave a chance. Because I have an expectation, or I suspect, that there is a level of I hadn't had a lot of exposure to other gacha games in an extreme degree, or like maybe non-story carers, maybe. I mean, that's just me shitting on Wuthering Waves some more, but that's just kind of my opinion about it. Anyway, so we've been stalking this area for a long time, and I've spotted something fishy. All right, tell me about it, you little rat. The redcoats are sneaking around, tinkering. Yeah, it's the Fractorious. It's the Fractorious. The Redmen. Let's go see what the Redmen are up to. God, look at that expression. Tell me you do not fall in love with that expression. That kind of like someone designed that really well, in that, like, because a lot of like the gacha girl expressions, they're like slight smiles of like, I'm really in love with you, and everything's a slight smile, and it really pisses me off because whenever I see a slight smile on a character's model when something sad or depressing's happening, I'm like, stop smiling. I fucking hate that. But Chisa's whole thing is she's like Kurode, so she's like, I'm a little cold and I look a little distant, even though I'm not. Like, yeah, redcoats in the British Army, that'd be great. Fucking British Army would be pretty peak, actually. Hey, I'm the detective here. Shut the fuck up. You're bringing bad name upon us all. I'm the detective here. Only I may be detecting things. Okay, alright, she's got to understand. He is like a weird little, like, conceptual robot monster that came about from a horrific calamity. Of course he's going to be talking like a 5-year-old. Leave him alone. Don't be mean to the brain-dead monster. Damn, those legs just keep going! Sorry. Alright. Alright, let's go just beat up some guys until we get the clues. Let's look at Chisa, because we have to look at Chisa. No! Why does Chisa have to have fucking, spats on? No! I think we worked that out yesterday. What the fuck? That is a big thing. Okay, let's go beat up some people. Oh, that's the practice thing. Alright, let's press the button. Oh my god! Megalovania! You know, I have to fucking make a Megalovania joke in the video now. Every fucking time the blue eye half version comes up, I'm just gonna add like just immediately. Like this, she's like, this meme died years ago, but I don't care. Yep, it's their experimental devices. They're probably... Is that a research report? Why would they leave that behind? Are they stupid? Controllable Sonorosphere Project Report 20. Expanding the existing sonorosphere and identifying the weak points in the spatial prism barriers to contain residual lament energy and establish control over the sonoro. So they're trying to like see if they can control something like this thing and make their own one. Alright, fair enough. That's fine. Field test number 20. Here we go, that's the cancer. Capture efficiency increased by 4.16%. Oh my god, wow, they're going places. Small amounts of light irigo crystal detected, confirms lament residue. Stasis field collapsed after 11 minutes and 23 seconds. Anomalous battle reformed. Core coil of the containment unit failed due to meltdown. Ah, well, they're trying. Status assessment: lament frequency in this period is deviated by 4.23 from the baseline. Current containment protocols are insufficient to support continued experimentation. Remarks: the absorbed periodic reset within the sonosphere are likely induced by immense residual power. So, okay, so they're not doing anything evil, really. They just kind of showed up, and they're just like, huh, look, there's a cool thing. Let's see if we can learn about it. So, and I just murdered those guys. I mean, sure, they might have been carrying rocket launchers, but they could have been nice. Why are you so quiet? Because we're thinking. Well, yeah, if they want to control it, that sounds like a reasonable thing to do. Because, like, if you have a whole fucking... If this entire city could be brought back into reality, could you imagine how much money you'd make? Like, straight up. Sure, the city's mostly fucked, but, like, listen to the two people you get. One, like, crazy... Like, it's only been a few decades when the city was destroyed. So you probably get, like, a whole bunch of family who are like, my family, yay! Probably get a government out there that probably is like, thank God the city's back. Oh no, we can all like, you know, be sad and stuff. All of this infrastructure returns. And if not that, salvage rights. Or archaeology, or science. You know, I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe the Fractors, for once in their lives, are not just being evil for the sake of being evil. Despite the fact that they walk around with giant hammers and fucking rocket launchers. Why is it absurd, Chaser? I just explained why these are great ideas. If the Sonoro could be controlled, then why hasn't Loop been broken? The left behind are still trapped in this false memory piece. Well, I mean, that makes sense as well. That if the Sonoro could... Well, hey, come on, Chaser. Just because it exists doesn't mean it can't be controlled. That's why they're doing experiments. It's not absurd at all. If they wanted to give it a shot, they'll give it a shot. Controlling it can't be the objective, they're using it, seeing if each element occurrence is slower or the death more orderly. It's like throwing people into fire just to test the temperature. I'm just throwing it out there, Chisa. This sounds like you're just overreacting a little bit here. Like, what are they doing that's evil? This place is already looping. They come in, they set up testing devices, and they leave, and they take the data. Honestly, it doesn't seem like they're doing any of the things you're suggesting. You're just like jumping to conclusions as though that I would. You're jumping to conclusions that a player who has met these motherfuckers before would say. This is something the rover should be suggesting. Alright, let's go find them. But I know they're eventually going to turn out to be like just evil. But I don't like the idea that they're just like, oh, they're evil, they're totally evil because I say they are. Ew. Ew. You don't look kind of... Oh my god. Well, maybe they finished their sciencey stuff. I don't like the idea of just immediately assuming the Fractus are evil. Alright. Alright, is it people I have to kill? Am I gonna have to murder some people? Alright, let's see what it does. Oh my god, See, I hope the Fractures aren't gonna be like straight up evil. I think it'd be nice if they were just like a little bit like a misleading enemy at this point. Like if it was a misleading one. Objective: to expand the existing sonar due to a week's battles, contain visible and let him control over sonar sphere. Progress field less 20, increased by 7%. Small amount of original close detected. Status field collapsed after 8 minutes 11 seconds. 3 monitoring units damaged. Anomalous shadow of detected. Lament frequency for this period is 1.45% of the baseline. Contains methods are insufficient to support continued experimentation. Yeah, I mean, like, it doesn't seem like they're doing same sequence number, but same different data. There's been running the same experiment. Well, yeah, because like things are weird. So, I mean, like, to be honest, why not? Go to a different area, different timing, kind of watch everything. Like, it's not like they did everything. This city was destroyed before they showed up. This is entirely just them showing up. Let me be clear here. I'm on the Fractious side here a little bit. I mean, they are generally a terrorist organization, and I understand the impetus to think, they must be evil. But like, you know, they're just showing up and they're just doing some measurements. Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's a weird one. Why are they both labeled 20? Okay. 2 theories here. One, they got wrapped up in this as well and like somehow became imprinted on the world, so they repeated as well internally. Or 2, different machine, you know. Well, we had version 1.55 and it went like this, and then we did it up to 20, and then we did version 2.35 and it went up to 20 again. I mean, that's a possibility. What's wrong, Chisa, my beloved? Even if I can't tell how big your tits are, because big poofy jacket. Thinking about a friend, the one you mentioned before. Oh, she's hiding her eyes with her hair. Sumika. Alright, fair enough. Okay, we're going to go meet Sumika. Okay. Jesus Christ, like... I left after the mid-slice and slashes played over again and never returned. Damn, I love some of the, like, you know, the design. It's like very bright and nice. I'm quite liking the design of this place over the design of Resetia. Yeah, so she probably went to the tower because she's, you know, an insane person. Don't worry about it. We'll find her again, and she'll either reveal herself to be, like, probably not a villain. I think she's gonna be, like, a well-meaning mislead. Yeah, I'll go with you. Let's go. Let's go into your old base. What's up, Mr. You come with us, detective? That's me! Oh. How dare they talk to this disgusting fucking rat. Alright, let us leave the detective rat alone and we'll go on our own way. Alright, do you have any feet pictures of this girl? That's the only way I'm gonna recognize her. Please provide. Oh. Okay. Okay, so some notes. I am curious. Is Sumika going to be... I think it's going to be a NPC model. It has to be. I hope they put a little bit of effort into the model, though. I really dislike how Wuthering Waves seems to be a little bit behind in that. The model elements of Zenless Zone Zero are fucking way more impressive. Like, really impressive. They can have entire characters who are, like, clearly NPCs, just be really interesting and varied, and really, like, fit with the world, whereas the rollable girls are just a little bit above them, you can tell. But they can go really far with some of the models of the NPCs and that. I used to be with her, we'd read the book. So they'd read books together. Well, yeah, I mean, I'd probably focus on looking after my cool giant super scissors weapon. Has she got a bomb necklace on? That'd be an interesting twist. What if it's a fucking, like, she's actually... Oh my god! The reveal! She's just actually a wanted criminal! And she can't leave this space because if she left it... So this is where she used to live? Let's have a look. Okay, got a few man poem posters. This is more like a survival place. This gives a more of a survival vibe. But I guess if the world keeps resetting, do you really need to collect that many supplies? Like, that comes to your mind? Oh, what the fuck? That's neat. I like that. Damn it, I couldn't get on that one. Eh. It is what it is. Oh. Yes, she's collecting clocks. She used to collect more. She collected placing them across the city before they limits up. Then she went back and retrieved one by one. Pure madness provided her theory. Well, I know, she sounds like a good old science lady. Maybe she joined the practice. It would be fine if she was. You know, that'd be a nice twist. It'd be a nice twist that there's no actual villain. Like, we go all through these things and notions, and it turns out that the practice weren't even the villains. The practice were maybe even like the NPC girl was part of the practice, and she just kind of got caught in here, hanged out, and then like when she connected with the other practice, she was like, all right, we can try and figure this out. And then she was like, oh, but I can't fucking exactly help her. Hey, wait, look, there's that Rover girl. She'll help out Cheeser. That kind of situation. The practice helped Rover kill the Leviathan. Rover had been trying to do it for so long and failed miserably, yet now the practice are trying a different approach. You call them the bad guys. Well, the problem, I think the issue with that is, this is just an entire storytelling issue. Wuthering Waves layers so much bullshit onto its narrative, it's really hard to actually tease that out. Because it distracts you with so many pointless emotional outbursts, like random bullshit, pocket sand, narratives that go nowhere, unearned emotional scenes, entire characters that just appear and disappear, having absolutely no real purpose in the story or interesting element. And then you can turn around and say, okay, Rover, before you were like a god, you tried killing this thing and you couldn't kill it back then. And like, look, technically the practice fucking around led to it dying. And like, I was like, okay, you're right there. And right at the end, they were like, yeah, it's Keikakudori, but, you know, all as planned. But, like, that kind of wasn't their thing in the first place, unless everything they do is a lie, which is very possible. And that's the level of confusion. Wuthering Waves loves to layer. It's not, there's some mystery box elements that Wuthering Waves does, but most of the time it just layers so much bullshit on you that the narrative that they're trying to tell gets just, like, lost. To be fair, that was at the end of fucking 2.0, and by the end of 2.0, they had to deal with everything else they'd layered on the fucking story with all those characters. So, they could have just been a consequence of them just not being able to handle narrative. Maybe that's something I can complain about in my video. The practice guys being like actually the good guys is something I've always liked, and I think I discussed it as early as chapter 1. The idea, hey, what if the practice were actually, you know, doing it for the right reasons, or they were a corrupted group of previous friends of Rover from back when she was the other version that she's now forgotten about, or they're a group of people or scientists who over the years became like completely like so lost in like the source, we're realizing, wait a minute, the only way to beat this shit is to go absolutely fucking insane, and they went absolutely fucking insane, and this is the end result. Like, shit can go like that. But I think the practice are a little better than others, but I think there's a tendency to make like the standard villain group really look stupid, and I feel like so alongside the practice you have things like in Arknight's Enfield, where like the villains in Arknight's Enfield are awful. Just like standard, oh, these are guys just evil thug guys who want to like ruin all technology. Whoa. Or these are just rock monsters from the planet. Yeah. And they're just so fucking uninspired, especially the thug guys. Holy shit. The Fractious at least have some options, on top of being part of a group that, you know, when played straight are just like, you know, relishing in their evil, which is kind of fun, I guess. And then when done for the rest is either mystery box or super as planned, you know, that kind of shit. So in the end, the Fractious win out in that sense, but they're still kind of mid. There are better mook entities out there, or mook type entities, or like villains with like a who knows what they're truly planning kind of approach. As of now, Roper is a stupid one. They just keep fucking with him. I think a Rover is quite stupid in a lot of ways. But as I mentioned, it's not that the Rover is stupid as much as I think the Rover exists in 15-minute intervals. Like think about it. The Rover should know what we know. And everything we've seen has been indicated to the Rover as a memory that they have existed or experienced as well. Like, they should understand just as well as we do, they were once a god. And it doesn't shake them at all. See, that's kind of the shit that I hate. The Rover knows that in a previous life they were a fucking god, and it doesn't even faze them. The Rover's never like, oh shit, the pressure's on. Oh god, this is like a lot. The Rover's like, oh wow, I used to be a god. Okay. Okay. Going forward, that doesn't change anything I do. And then like later on, those same kind of notions get forgotten. And also, to be fair to the narrative, the Rover, while the Rover forgets that they're a god half the time, and also don't seem to be affected by it whatsoever, at the same time, everyone else, like, conveniently, like, Chisa has no excuse, right? No, Chisa has an excuse right now. She just thinks Rover's being pulled in here the same as her. But, like, throughout Renacetia, none of those motherfuckers had any excuse. Like, none of them has any fucking excuse for not realizing this. For example, like, all of them, I think by the very least, the second half of the entire Renacetia arc should have been like, Rover, are you some sort of, like, divine being? Are you, like, I know, because, like, they exist in a world where, like, gods get their fucking super resonators. Why didn't they assume Rover was either one of those or something crazier? Because what kind of person can interface with the actual god and do all the things that they've done? They can't just stand around and say, Rover, you're just so awesome, without the extra thing of, but where did you come from and why? For example, that whole nation of, like, the Honglong nation of China Jade Tech people, the fucking intelligence industry in that goddamn nation should be going crazy overtime right now trying to figure out who the fuck the Rover is. Because she just keeps showing up places, solving everything, being well beyond power, and, like, everyone needs to learn about that. And I feel like, especially Renacetia, everyone just fucking was like, it's fucking fine. I guess that's what every outsider's like. They're all just overpowered, super godlike beings. No spoilers. I mean, yeah, obviously we haven't gone to that area yet, so we'll have to learn about it when we get there. Rover was basically born last week and has to develop fast. I do get that, but it's the thing about amnesia. We've got the type of amnesia that is you've forgotten. We've got the amnesia where you forget who you are, but you keep all of your muscle memory, skill for the most part, and personality seems to be unaffected. As much as Rover has the personality of a sock. Okay, that just makes me feel bad. I have a personality. But yeah, I think that there's a lot of elements that really fuck up the Rover when it comes to like not really acknowledging their godlike entity. Like I've talked about, like, you know, the lack of like fear or consistency. Like I talked about it, like Rover having a personality difference from the past version of herself, or the personality of the Rover in the past being somewhat similar to her, but the Rover in the past makes different choices. The Rover in the past being more authoritarian. The Rover in the past, like, talking like someone who's like, you know, we see flashes of the Rover in the past who's prepared to do more cruel things. And she clearly did do things that were cruel in the past. Like, the whole entire Teth system was derived around being kind of a bit of an asshole, from what I understood about the Teth system before Rover decided, no, I like helping people, or whatever. So I think there's something definitely to be said about how we could have had a narrative there, and that could have impacted how the Rover was thinking about. Instead, the Rover just acts like a fucking idiot half the time. The childlike entity of, like, developing would have been very different, because for one, the Rover's personality is very firm, as I told you, but they don't seem to be bothered by all these reveals. Like, the Rover finds out that they're a god, then their response is not, oh fuck. Or, like, you know, the weight and thought of this is coming down upon them. For the most part, they just kind of, like, the most they get is maybe, like, a thing where out comes Ab and goes, don't worry, Rover, I'm here too. We'll face it together. And that's about it. There's never a moment where, you know, we open a scene, Rover's in a bar, drinking, and, like, sitting there, and, like, maybe she's just, like, staring at the bar, and the bartender goes around like, well, you need another one there? And then, like, Rover goes, yeah, give me a double. And then, like, the bartender's watching and goes, you know, you can't drown your sorrows. It's not gonna change your problems. And then Rover goes, what do you know about my problems? And the bartender just goes, I know I see someone who's got a lot of them sitting right in front of me. And I know they won't be at the end of that drink. You know, some shit like that. And maybe, like, you know, maybe not exactly like that, but because the reality is that all of these things require the Rover to have personality. You can't have, like, self-doubt, fear, like, fear of the future, or of your own past, or elements like that without having a personality. And sadly, the Rover's personality as it stands is such a generic thing that they really can't display those without changing fundamentally as a character. Which, again, biggest problem. We talked about her huge wasted potential in the Red Flower Girl. Pavlova. She already knew the old Rover, and at least they could have acted like they had a relationship before. Yes, again, massive wasted potential there. And that's why I say that of 2.0, the Pavlova quest was most certainly the biggest wasted potential of the entire fucking arc. Like, from her issues to how she interacted with the Rover, all of that massive wasted potential. A character who used to know the old Rover having feelings that are, like, complicated feelings about that, and being all, like, unsure about this new Rover, missing the old Rover. I said it as early as Shorekeeper, that Shorekeeper should have been crying and holding to this new Rover, crying not because this new Rover's back and she missed her and she's like, yeah, you're back. No, she should be crying for the reality that the friend or the person that she loved before, the memory she had with that person, the person that she'd been with all that time, is dead and gone. Like, and now what's left is this. And sure, this girl might have her memories and but all of those times and experiences are dead to her, which should have been what they did, but they still just refuse to do it because, once again, it's just too sad for them. And I honestly, I don't think Kuro Games writers have the ability to balance that. They just don't. I really like how her hair flips around. It's good hair physics. What's this? Little stone? Amber. Oh my god! Is there a fucking was it a mosquito in there when you get blood from a dinosaur in Star Jurassic Park? I'm just writing down a little note from a video. After I talk about stuff, I always get these ideas and then I forget them, so I write them down quickly. There we go. Alright. Piece of amber. Look at that flipping hair. Cute. Very cute. Well, yeah, why? Is she gonna take a random piece of rock? Is she gonna take a rock with her? Her forte allows her to create amber that stores into memories. Okay, well that's convenient. But okay then. Alright, so basically we're just gonna find these and break them open and it'll show us her path of why she left and how she gets trapped. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if we close it like this? And then like we learn the memories and it's just like some fucked up shit? Like for example, like she's like, oh my god, Chisa, watching Chisa get dressed, holy shit, this is so hot. God, I need to leave. I have to leave. I can't stay with Chisa anymore. I'm gonna cross the line and she'll never forgive me. She'll never like me anymore. If I reveal my dirty secrets about what I feel for her, I have to run away. That'd be unexpected. That'd kind of neat, actually. I would be shocked if like the reveal was that Sumika was developing like suspension bridge romantic feelings for Chisa and had to run away because she was ashamed. As stupid as it would be in a lot of ways, it'd be new. Oh, this is her? Okay, well, I'll look at that in a minute. But we'll... Okay, this is just a diary! I thought we were gonna get, like, a little cutscene. What the fucking hell? What the fucking hell? Okay. I'll never forget this number. 1549, just 1 minute before the observation was complete. A dark rift suddenly tore open from the device in front of me, shredding the stream of data across the screen. My boots still stuck to the lab floor, but my upper body had already been pulled in the strange, chaotic storm. That was the beginning. Now I find myself in a city I don't recognize. It survives a bizarre lament. It slices through buildings, people, and chases two-dimensional, three-dimensional, but can't make sense of my soul is ceiling, something that might be considered a way to resist passage of time. Maybe if I keep trying, I can use it to record the abnormalities in the city and figure out how to break through it. I'm not going to sit here and wait for the end. Alright, so, you know, she's a scientist, okay? I was expecting, like, some cute girl. Like, cutie, you know, some sort of cutesy girl. Day 7 cloudy. When I woke up and checked my watch, I noticed something was odd. Moss had started growing beneath the glass. This city fractured and folded in itself, seemingly trapped in some kind of temporal loop. Time moves forward, backwards, with a fixed range, but oddly enough, the plants don't seem to be bound to each reset. Well, that makes sense. They grow everywhere. The moss shouldn't be able to grow between the gears unless time isn't flowing normally here. It's eroding, rushing, spawning things that shouldn't even exist in the first place. Still, I'm grateful for this strange, unreasonable growth. It's made me realize the city isn't beyond saving. There seems to be a way out. Pen seems paused, leaving a small blot on the paper. There's one thing I still can't let go of. The rift. In my blurred memory, it sealed shut almost as soon as I was pulled into the storm, but I can't figure out what caused it or how to stop it. There's no way to guarantee it won't open again when does someone else could get dragged in. However, time is against me. Now, my one little fear here. Now, this is not a big fear, because I could totally accept it, because, you know, generally speaking, the quest has been fine so far. Save the city? These people are dead, right? I would not be happy. I'd be happy if the city was pulled out of the Sonora, it came back to the real world, but the city itself, like, all the people just, like, all of their frequencies just, like, you know, faded into death, or whatever it is. Like, their souls were freed, as it were. But if they all magically come back to life, I would be upset. Like, that's just my opinions on things. Not maybe a crazy bit, but a bit. So Sumika, I was assuming that Sumika would be a girl her age, maybe from the same school or something. But no, it looks like Sumiko's a scientist. So that could hold true to my idea that maybe she's part of the practice. Because they're both doing science here, why not? I mean, it's possible. But then again, why would she have not joined up with them? And, like, the practice... Like, I think the leader of the practice tend to have a fair bit of sway. If she told the random dudes and the guys with the rocket launchers, hey, there's a girl over here, don't fuck with her, also be nice to her. Well, technically the practice didn't fuck with her, so until Rover showed up. We'll have to see, we'll have to see. I don't think I'm right on that, but I'd be interested if the practice were, like, in some way a good guy. Or at least not a direct bad guy. I feel like it'd be a good red flag, it'd be a good false flag for, like, the kind of red herring, sorry. Because, like, you'd immediately think, as, like, a brainlet player of this game who is enjoying themselves up until now and totally really loving these narratives every time they fucking come up, would see the practice and say, it's the bad guys! Oh my god, they're the bad guys! And immediately assume, which would be a nice twist when they weren't the bad guys. Stop the loop in the city and turn it into a data center. Stop the loop in the city and we can finally do what we needed to do. An AI data center. It can be the greatest AI data center available. She told me time in Dishonored moves slower than it does outside. Oh! Wait a minute. It moves slower on the inside than it does on the outside. So basically, like, a day goes past and here it could be 2 days on the outside. Alright, so we could be trapped in here for a little bit. Who knows? Maybe we'll come out and, like, the whole world will be different. That'd be interesting. Yeah, I'm okay. We've got to be trapped in with a bunch of souls. I have a feeling that it's a bunch of souls, and the final scene will be like the city coming back to reality, and all the souls like going, "Whoa, back to life" or whatever, you know, escaping. Unfulfilled longings. Well, I mean, like, then there's a lot of fucking unfulfilled longings, literally everywhere. My unfulfilled longing was I needed to go take the bus to go home today. Fuck off. I mean, at this point, I could accept that Namipon is some sort of, like, collective consciousness wake up from the city. That makes sense purely on the back of the fact that this place is already in Chaos World. So, why not? Why fucking not? I mean, if we were outside of the Sonorosphere, I might be like, ugh, Wuthering Waves. You magically have everyone's collective consciousness summon a fucking random capybara. But they are all dead people in an eternal loop. This is... I can accept it. In some sort of magical, weird replication world. Oh my god, there's another one. Oh my god, is this the part where she was watching Chisa in the shower? Oh my god, get ready, fellas. Let's look at it. Chisa in the shower, Chisa in the shower, Chisa in the shower, Chisa in the shower, Chisa in the shower. Damn, I was hoping Chisa in the shower. 136. Okay, it's been quite a while. Abnormal pressure. If this constant pressure in my ears counts as such. Among the supplies Chisa brought back today was a can of oranges. This label printed with production date or dates long past, but hardly a batteries anymore. These so-called foods are really just compressed remnant energy. So Chisa gave them to me. She set off to the side with a piece of spring steel she'd salvaged, slicing it into a curved blade using her forte. Okay, so that was a weapon. So she didn't just come in here with a giant... Okay, you know what? I'm happy that they mentioned that. The random schoolgirl who got pulled into this weird world didn't automatically have fucking don't lose your ways scissor weapon. Watching her, I suddenly recalled another day. She was sitting just like this, halfway through organized supplies on the sofa when she turned and asked me what my forte really was. I showed her a small amber, this one containing preserved memory. The first time we worked together at the home base, the lights were dim as she was repairing the weapon. I was taking notes on Longwood City's time flow. This is a rare, peaceful night, as long as we could ignore the fact that we are still trapped in a city sealed off from the outside world. See, they're gonna fall in love. They're gonna fall in love, and then she's gonna run away because she's like, no, I can't think of these things with Chisa. To hold out against the erratic currents of Lements, I once tried to learn Chisa's practical skills, but I failed. Of course I did. Still, she taught me a few special ways to leave markings. I remember what she said. Stop treating everything like a science experiment. Think of every piece of scrap as a blade that never misses. Basically, Chisa being like genius fighter, being like just get good. Terrible genius fighter, terrible teacher is a common trope. And I know she truly meant it. This city, drenched in lament, is riddled with danger. Yet she always throws herself into the shield of everyone else. She thinks I haven't noticed how much she's burning herself out. She doesn't know her body's running at the edge of collapse. But I've done the calculations many times. I know exactly how long she has before she crosses the breaking point. The only good thing is that the Sonora seems to have stalled time and her condition. But I can't let her stay like this forever. I want to take her back to Black Shores, to people I trust. There has to be a solution there. Okay. All right. So Sumika is a Black Shore researcher who... Okay, so it's all connecting now. Sumika was a Black Shore researcher. She was researching this thing. She got pulled into it. She ended up here with Chisa. Her and Chisa were hanging out for a while. She realized Chisa's circumstances, that she's got super cancer, or something of a degree. This place has time locking stuff, but there is only so much the time locking can do. She might have been referring to a collapse of her health, and I think that was it, but there's also a possibility of a collapse of her mental state, because, you know, Chisa's poor girl locked in the middle of nowhere. But, and then she finds the fucking communication tower. Inside the communication tower, she goes, oh, finally, I can do what I need to do. She sends out, a signal to try and contact the Black Shore, but in the same time, she has to do some other stuff, which also connects it to the Fractius. The Fractius come into the city as well, going, what the fuck's this? And start experimenting, going, well, I haven't seen one of these before, let's fuck around. And the Black Shore people do the same thing, and they come in and start fucking around as well. And that's where we get pulled in, and she grabs us because she knows that we're really special. And perhaps she has some extra information, like Rover has the ability to fix this problem, but we can't fix it from either outside, so she needs to be in here, and we can't just tell her to come in, so we're just going to grab her and pull her in. There we go. I have determined my game theories about what was happening. But, you know, it's not the worst ones. But, you know, we'll see. I do like her design, though. Day 159, sunny, a clear day. Chisa told me that she found a spot that could serve as a base, an old, spacious cafe. And from Terrace Cafe, as you can see, a beautiful view of the city center. I've been long since I've seen her this excited. Feels like we're on one step closer to breaking this loop. In fact, we're making progress. Handwriting sharpened slowly. Based on my research over the past few days, I'm fairly certain this is the key. Keys to unloving the endless Mobius loop. Mobius! I love Mobius! Loops lies at the center of the heart of the city, Neon Tower. It is at the center of the lament, the origin, and most importantly, the point that lies closest to the outside world. Oh my god, am I right? Am I right? If we can reach the top, perhaps we'll be able to contact people back at the Black Shore. Perhaps we'll be able to find a way to the Sonnery. The moss has already past the gears of my watch and reached the surface. Still, I haven't replaced it. It reminds me of time, and that's something I keep pushing through falsehoods and reaches the truth. I will head to the heart of Neon Tower tomorrow morning. If time here is clay, then I will mold it into a road, one that leads us home. Oh, look at her go. Sciencey lady. Sciencey lady's doing her bestie. She really did make it for Neon Tower. We need to find a way there, sooner the better. Let's return to the cafe and talk with Namipon and lodgings to guide us to the tower. You know, one thing I just gotta think of right now is that fucking Sumika's Sonoro sucks. Like, literally. Like, it says it, like, keeps memories, but then it just shows her, like, making a diary entry. She could have fucking written that on a piece of paper. Like, she could have just wrote that down on a piece of paper. If it kept memories, she could just be like, oh my god, I just saw Chisa in the shower. I'm gonna take a clip of that, put it in my memory thing. I can look whenever I want. After reading them notes, I noticed something I might have missed. What's that? There was a shower scene that we didn't check. Gotcha. We gotta head back for it, Chisa. Limit what experience in Honmi doesn't feel like the real thing. It's weaker, the power is fading. Okay, so here's the theory then. Once y'all got pulled into here, and then further me getting pulled in, and then the Fractus jumping in as well, potentially this was resulted in the power of this place slowly, like, fucking up. And maybe we need to get to the center of the town before everything completely falls apart. Something like that, just to add an extra, like, time threat element. The other secret is what Chisa's body's going on. Is Chisa secretly, like, sick in the outside world? And maybe she has, like, super cancer? They did talk about the Iridia stuff giving, like, bad, like, experience, so that might be a foreshadowing to, like, maybe Chisa has that back in the real world. I can immediately ignore the rat. If you want real fire, then you get to read the, yeah, sure, we're gonna go to Neon Tower. Sure, we can do that. I fucking hate it. I hate him. What? A coconut cheese latte? The fuck is wrong with you? They just ignore him. At least we confirm the tie to the practice. At very least, we can now confirm this is tied to the practice's controllable Sonoro project. Can we? I don't think so. I don't think we can confirm that. That's a bit of a leap. That's a bit of a leap. I feel like you're assuming too much there. Shut the fuck up, Namipon. I meant to ignore you. Specifically me. I meant to ignore you. You're used to it because nobody loves you? That's depressing. Why is it called passenger? That's a stupid name. He's calling me customer in Japanese. I don't know what he says in the Chinese, but customer seems like a much more fucking reasonable thing to be called rather than passenger. Namipon, お客様と深く関連してる周波数を感じたんだ。この空間にはいないけど。Alright, you sense a frequency closely connected to you. It's not from the space, but it's calling for you. That's probably like someone's just, you know, someone from the Black Shores probably going like, Rover, I'm calling you on the Wi-Fi. Why don't you connect to the Discord VC and we can chat? Yeah, they're trying to go. They want like, come on, jump in the VC, bro. It's beyond Hanami City. Part resonates from within you, but not with your frequency. What could it be? Within me. It's probably Ab. Yeah, there it is. Wow. It's not friend. That doesn't count. It's not friend. I wish there was another option that says I don't know, but it's a. Ab is yeah, oh, thank God, that's the one thing. You know what? This story has been improved by Ab not showing up. That fucking little mutant monster. Maybe it's looking for you just like Namipon said. I guess, whatever. I don't want to meet it though. I hope it dies. But this space should be completely sealed off unless the strength around the center are weakening. Could be because of the longings again. Oh yeah, could be. We're destroying it. You keep... No, Abby is not important to me. I'm just gonna say ... because I believe that's as close as I can get to saying I hate you. Shut the fuck up, you disgusting oversized mascot scum. You should all burn in the fires. If I was in charge, every mascot gacha character would be put against the wall. Oh, hell yeah, sure. I'm gonna go to the terrace with you. Romantic moment with Chisa? Yes, please. Thank you very much. I will take my romantic... What's this? We even have cicadas now? And we're going up the thing and there's like a bright... Oh, man. They're okay. All right. They're layering it on a little. Very cute. Oh, look at that smile. Smile from a Kurodera is a victory in itself. There's fucking birds floating around. Are we gonna make out? Alright, we're gonna make out, aren't we? We're gonna make out, obviously. They like showing off her feet. Or at least their shoes. Nice weather, sunset. If it was Sumika, she'd probably capture this moment in one of her ambers. Oh, she misses Sumika. Don't worry, though. I'm here to warm your bed. I mean, what? Okay, well, we're gonna think my Riz here. Kiss? Yeah, where's the kiss option, guys? I see skip. I'm not seeing kiss. I'm just not seeing kiss here. Where's the make out button? I'm a little upset. Where's the kiss option?
いえ、彼女はこう思うだけでしょう。これほど珍しい天気の裏には未発見の情報が眠っているはずと。
To investigate what possibly could cause a sunset so unusual. I mean, to be honest, I feel like everything's already connected to everything else. But I guess that's Sumika's thing. So basically, Chisa... See that child by the signpost? Ha! He fell over, he scraped his knee. He fell down! Seventh time I've saw him fall. Oh my god, she's in her shoulders! My god, could Chisa get any more peak? No makeout sloppy style option? I know. Like, honestly, would you be shocked if they actually went there? Because like, and gacha games never do, but like, man, if you had like a serious situation where you had to kiss, like some sort of fucking they like make a contrived situation where you and a gacha game girl have to fucking make out, would be pretty big. I mean, I don't even give a fuck about how contrived it'd be. It'd be cute. And I don't give a fuck. I'm worse than the damn whales. Give me my shitty makeout scene. I like it. I like she's like putting her little hands up like that, leaning on the rail. It's cute. The fucking cicadas. The cashier keeps wiping a stain that isn't there. The walls are barely standing, but a uniform is spotless. Why do the uniforms in the cafe look like fucking weird military stuff, like fucking lapels and like it's like a weird like fancy military dress inspired.
そろそろ自販機の商品を補充する時間です。もちろん補充されるのは数十年前の商品。
Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah. Oh, that's Japanese inspired for sure. I love all that stuff. I love the vending machines in Japan. Like y'all fucking like think about Japan, about what you really love, but one of the things I really love for the vending machines, there's just such a fun, enjoyable thing of like just vending machine everywhere at a really reasonable price. I have learned a moderation of lidocaine. I have no idea what you're talking about, Skell. Well, we're looking at the cute girl. Okay, this. Where's the kiss option? The cat has been lying there for 2 months, maybe longer. I've only known it for 2. Could have been longer. I've only known it for 2. Middle school students are still taking photos of the sky after class. One that's now torn apart by residents' courts. But in their eyes, it's still clouds, birds, rainbows, and the perfect sky in the single day. It's pretty good. I appreciate this. You know what I always said? I always said, remember how, do you remember how when Carthia was first revealed, I fucking had an aneurysm when talking about how much I fucking hated that Carthia, who'd supposedly spent 300 years alone up in this fucking floating inverted tower, didn't have any change in personality. She didn't have any weird elements to her. She didn't have like an area where she slept, where she made fucking did insane shit because she literally lived there for 300 years. And in this fucking quest, in just 2 months, in this one scene, they have shown off how much Chisa like has grown to like connect with this place, and she's stuck in here. But like in a way that's, you know, kind of fits with who she is and everything we've seen of the area and stuff like that. Like, this is the kind of shit you needed for Carthia. God, why did the fucking Wuthering Waves writers take forever to learn anything? I swear. I mean, it should not take away from the scene, but I just can't help but think about the negatives. I played too much and felt severe cold burning, though there were actually no burns. Okay, you were top. Oh god, you placing too much icy cold, icy hot. You fool!
街角の小さなお店では
The Stocky Flake pop songs from the last century. The window never shut all the way, is stuck on the notch it was left on years ago.
窓が開いた状態でこの街の人々はずっとあの日を生きているんです。
They've all been left behind in the past. Oh, look at her cute hair. Actually, I really like Chisa. She's growing on me a lot. She's growing on me a lot. You might say, oh, she's just the usual dark-haired Kuroda beauty that shows up occasionally in these games, but I like her. The way she's showing is decent.
なのに私は今日の日付さえ忘れてしまい
As
そう
for
で
me, I'm starting to forget what day it is today. I mean, that's fair. You've been stuck in here for a month. I wouldn't be keeping track of the time either. The most Japanese woman I've ever met. Well, I mean, depends on what era Japanese we're talking. The most Japanese woman I've ever met was wearing a shirt that said Genki Poop and in like bright, flashy colors in Harajuku. Yeah. She was over the top.
これではまるで
This kind of life almost feels like an anime episode that this scene itself is really nice. See, it's really impresses upon me that sometimes Wuthering Waves can really hit the note quite well. It's just that then they fumble that fucking ending, aren't they? It almost feels like an unsaved file. I'm just gonna say feels like what? Because anime episode that got cut halfway is a bit silly. An unsaved file doesn't feel like that to me, so I'm just gonna ask her what she thinks.
そうですね。まるでつながらない電話のような。
An unanswered phone call. Ah, that's an interesting one.
子供の頃、両親はいつも
My
忙
parents
し
were
そうに
always
して
busy,
ました
but whenever I missed them, I tried calling, but most of the time they couldn't answer. Even when they did, we didn't have much to say.
二人ともほとんど出てくれませんでしたし。
Oh, now that's some cute picture. That we got the little girl in the little box. She's like looking at the phone, and then we got the boy who's sitting with these parents paying attention. And we what the fuck is this? Now we're getting actual backstory that is intertwined into like the world and stuff. And fucking, she's talking about her parents like and stuff like that. Usually, Gacha Girl. I mean, to be fair, she is supposedly like she's in school girl, so they're not really gonna go most of the time. The stuff like that, but like. They go on into the family? They usually don't do that. When does the firebombing take place? Every day at the same amount of time the firebombing takes place in this place. After I became a resonator and placed under supervision, those chances became rarer. I think people said things about me, ended up putting a lot of pressure on them too. So basically, I never really thought about that. They've never really gone into the idea of what a resonator does. Like, I just figured it was similar to Genshin. It's like, wow, you have the power magic. Whoa. But, they, you know, like, societally, there would be some pressure placed on you. You're like a magic user who can do weird shit. Oh, in my home, resonators aren't accepted. Someone who can't control their abilities is like a ticking time bomb, feared and resented. Ah, so it's not a sickness. Well, I mean, I haven't seen them really fuck up, but I guess in the last quest, there was a resonator who decided to explode himself and kill half of his team, so... I mean, at least... Yeah, like... The idea of a city being scared or a town being scared of... It might be a bomb collar. I know it's something, but it could be a bomb collar. If this is a bomb collar, that's crazy. I'm surprised that they don't like the city doesn't go the extra mile and just pogrom them But I guess like maybe the resonators still have their own value. Like you could see it because like you live in a world with the discords and whatnot. So they're like, well, we need the power people. We can't just rely on our own strength for whatever reasons. So they come to this conclusion. Or they're like a little bit more ethical and they're like, well, we're scared of them, so we'll do these things. And the culture still makes them be discriminated against or isolated in some ways. But we're still like ethical enough to like try and let them live, but because of our fear, we put trackers and whatnot on them. So it wasn't cancer. I was thinking she might have a sickness and that the time thing was keeping her like alive, but it more turns out that Chisa is a little bit of an isolated girl, and she was even isolated before her resonation power. Like she wanted to talk, she wanted to be close to her parents, but her parents were very busy, but then she grew more estranged with them, and then when she became a resonator, it became even more estranged. The dog shock collar, the Kaya shock collar, Kaya place, Chisa place, bazonk, bazonk. New e-girl accessory trend, live bomb collars. That's how, I mean, it adds a little bit extra spice.
両親が私のせいで非難されるのは嫌でした。
I didn't want my parents to...
たまに思うんです。私が家に帰らなければ、二人に向く悪意も消えてなくなるんじゃないか。
I didn't want my parents to suffer because of me, so I thought maybe if I stayed away, they wouldn't have to deal with the looks or the whispers. Very silly thing to think, if we're being clear here. But yeah, I could see how a kid could fall into that. That's sad for Chisa. Do you miss them? That's like, of course she misses them. She's stuck here in like a world where she can't meet all of her friends. I can't say we're very close. It's not that I hate them, it's just they were ordinary, they had their jobs, I hate school. We hardly spent time together. A very teenage thing. They're leaning a fair bit into like the school and like the isolation and like, it's nice. I like it. I like that they're leaning into this more. And the focus on her shoes and stuff. I don't know why, but I like it. It's not that I have a weird shoe thing, but I like it. Sometimes I do miss them just a little. Aw, Chisa, aren't you a cute one? That's why you have to leave here. You gotta go see mom and dad, mom and pop. You get back to living your life. Yeah. You gotta get... She might be extremely hot, and she might also have, like, resonator thing that makes people scared of her, but at least the society she lives in didn't fucking, like, put her in camp or anything. She wasn't wearing a Star of David on her arm. I'm sorry. Or she wasn't being sent to a Siberian gulag. Like, she seems like, bomb collar is a pretty good approach. I like the mole she has as well. I've already tried so many times, but the outcome's always the same. Oh, because she once had Sumika, and then Sumika left her, but every time she tries to leave, she can't. And she gets longer and longer stuck in this one place with no one else near her. And now you show up. Now this is what I call peak suspension bridge effect, ladies and gentlemen. I'm in. Against the tower of fleeing citizens, knowing full well the most dangerous place to be. You know you couldn't save those who are already gone, and you still reached out to gather to the mother and the daughter of the injured and young man, to me when I fell in the city. Aww. Rover activating her protagonist Riz. You know this endless loop saving someone didn't change a thing, but still, not once did you ignore the cry for help. She's better than me. Yeah, this is some better music approach than I think Wuthering Waves has ever had. What the fuck?
人がいないはずのタイミングで悲鳴に包まれた最も危険な場所に。これは確率論で片付く話でも単なる偶然でもない。
It wasn't luck or coincidence.
このソノラを覆っていた
The sonar isn't fully sealed anymore. Soon it cracked it open, and from the moment we met, the loop has already begun to loosen.
住処が
That means there's a chance to break it completely. I'm willing to put my faith in you. Let's seize the chance together.
私はチサを信じてるよ。一緒に挑戦しよう。
My god, make out! Kiss! Just do it! Just make out! She hasn't met anyone in months. Just peak suspension bridge effect. Because we're partners. See, Jesus Christ. A natural riz of immediately saying we're partners. Cracking the open the Kuro dare, girl. Alright. Okay. Like, give me a moment there. Give me a moment there to talk about that, because... Wuthering Waves is a bad game. It's a very bad game. The game is awful. Its plot really falls apart 90% of the time. It uses unearned, like fucking epic emotional moments all the time. It underutilizes very easy fucking things that could improve. It has the laziest writing. It loves to pull things out of its ass. And it fucks up so fucking much. Like, really badly. Like, really badly, right? Like, constantly. But that was earned. I mean, I know I'm couching it in all of these other negatives that I'm saying, but generally speaking, that was an earned moment. Think about it. We meet Chisa, we go for all these things. I mean, not like crazy intense things, but we build up all of these things with her character. We learn about the situation she's in. We see bits and pieces about Sumika, the person she used to be with, how she's lonely, how even before, and then like we get up to this part where like, you know, little hints about what's going on with her. The neck thing, she's kind of got indications about what life was like outside. Pardon me. And all these other things, and then like the way she tries to save people, even though she knows they all disappear anyway. And then we lead up to this moment here on the balcony terrace with her, and I think it was ultimately really earned. Yeah, and like, yeah, the rat guy cockblocked, but like, generally speaking, that was probably the first time that I feel like Wuthering Waves has earned an emotional moment. Yeah, the moment was an earned emotion. I felt something that wasn't disgust or fucking disdain. I was playing that, and as much as I was talking and, you know, referencing over it, I really did feel connected to it. I mean, sure, Cheese is cute and all, but all the other girls are cute, and I still didn't feel a fucking lick of anything whenever they have their emotional moments. Whenever Carthia gets saved by jumping into the water for the 8th time to reach out and grab her hand, and I'm like, I don't give a single flying fuck about this. But this moment actually connected to me. So, I need to put it down as, even if this quest falls apart, even if the narrative completely fails, this has been it has been the only moment. Every other character I've met, even Zanny and fucking Zanny and Lupa were like much distant compared to what I've got with Chisa now. Because with Zanny, it was like, man, Zanny's hot, cute, and she, you know, I appreciated who she was in those moments. With Lupa, she had a good build up, but then like the ultimate like ending really didn't fit. But right now, Chisa's build up and to this emotional moment we reached was a very earned moment. And for all of the shit I give Wuthering Waves and will give Wuthering Waves, I need to give them this moment. This specific quest in this specific moment, detached from the Theodens, detached from the overarching bullshit, for all of the dumb, like, easy shots they missed, with not a giant world interconnecting with 18 fucking characters, but a isolated situation with one girl in one situation where she was struggling because she was lonely and her friends were gone and she was just stuck here in this horrible place, and you came along and she's connecting with you. And it didn't feel rushed. It didn't feel overdone. It felt sweet. It felt melancholic. It felt just the right amount. Now, of course, Rover is like, you know, the Rizlord magic girl, and like literally whatever she says was going to work out there. But I really, really liked that scene. And I really think it deserves the props it could get. It's interesting to think about because I would have never come to this point. Like, I'm not saying it's like you fucking changed my life. It's just changing my perspective somewhat because they did one good thing. Well, they had one good writer, or they maybe the one bad writer, you know, a broken clock's right. You know, twice a day. Could have just been stuck there and got the lucky hit. But also, we got to think like this is. I think there's other benefits here as well. One, we're detached from a lot of the larger elements of the Wuthering Waves world. So that really helps. We're detached from those elements. The second one is we're an isolated, focused narrative where we're only dealing this one girl. We don't need to think about an expansive world that has to link in with all these other things. We're only dealing with one girl in one situation. There's no 4-star girl here to be to show it off. There's no other 5-star girl that needs to be shown off. This is one quest, one situation, one place. And I think Chisa is a very well-written character for this area, and I think the pacing has been quite excellent. It's not the story of, like, you know, the end times. It's not something that's gonna, like, rock your socks off. But there's very rare that Wuthering Waves can even pull off a modicum of logic. A lot of people didn't like this patch. Oh my fucking god. Venix, you're making me hate Wuthering Waves fans. If, like, a fucking Wuthering Waves fans shonen losers? Did they just go, there wasn't enough gum and no aura farm. There was just a cool girl. I know that they didn't like, there were some people who didn't like it, or the usual people who didn't like it, because obviously they're doing some romantic, or at the very least, very, like I wouldn't say maybe like over the top love, but if you were to tell me this was the start of a like romance story where in a couple other episodes, or maybe in like at the end of the season, Chisa would realize she'd fallen in love with the Rover, I'd believe you. But I know there would have been people who were like, the Rover is like an eternal god who's like 1,000,000 years old, and Chisa's like a school student, and this is heckin' problematic. There's some people like that, but I'm like, you know, kill yourselves. I literally just kill yourself. Like, just go and kill yourself if you believe that. I have to go to bed. Good luck with the story staying not bad. Well, we can only hope. All fans only have bad opinions. We're always wrong one. And always are wrong the only thing they love. Forced partner dynamic. The trust dynamic between Rover and Chisa feels unearned, leaning heavily into the romance dating sim tropes without the necessary narrative groundwork. Is that what people say? Is that what people say? Man, I have no idea how they fucking justify that. I'm gonna throw... What do you mean unearned? I told everyone about the suspension bridge effect already. Okay, let me refute the straw man that they're making right there. At this moment, of course, Chisa is an isolated girl who's been on her own for months. Her one friend, the one person who showed up here that she met with and she had a connection with, left her with no fucking message, just left her, or no, had a message that she was going to go to the tower, and is possibly, in her mind, dead. She tried to follow. She couldn't get anywhere. She tried to expand and get places, but everything kept fracturing and getting worse for her. She was just isolated with no one else. She hadn't met the Fractus. She had best met Namipon, a fucking mascot thing that probably kept her from going insane. She was isolated, alone, with no one else, living in a city where there's just ghosts that she can interact with for a few seconds before they realize that they're all ghosts and then die. 2.7 was better. People who like 2.7, I mean, 2.7 was the blind man, right? If 2.7 was the blind man, which is all right, but no, that's just aura farming. Nah, I think those guys are fucking stupid. If this is the, if Venix, if you're right, and like that's the average fucking Wuthering Waves fan, my video is gonna be hated by them. Because this is the first time that the narrative has done anything remotely near justifying its actions. Like, oh, it's unjustified. She didn't save her from a giant black monster that was going, so clearly they shouldn't fall in love. Where was the big moment where like a giant monster goes, meh, and hits her, and then the rover goes, I'll save you, and that should have been the moment, meh. That's what it sounds like. Fucking, I guess, no, actually, it does kind of make sense. If you're a Wuthering Waves fan and you've continued beyond fucking chapter 1, you probably have the fucking most stupid, unearned logic in your brain about what a story should be like. You probably just sit there going, my god, I can't watch Solo Leveling. It's got too much of an in-depth story for my brain. I only want to watch, so I only watch the aura farming hype moments on TikTok. I don't know how they could say that. I feel like, as I said, Chisa definitely earned this moment in my opinion. She earned maybe later on they do something that doesn't earn it. But in this fucking moment, on the terrace, they weren't making out, like as much as I made memes about them making out. It was an emotional moment between a girl who had been isolated and the rover who'd shown up, who was helping her, someone she connected with, who wasn't just gonna leave her and was there to help her like escape, and also wasn't just gonna like, oh, I'm just gonna like fuck off and you be fine on your own. No. So I don't know what the fuck people are saying about this being unearned. It's a well-paced development of these two characters getting together. And if there is some sort of romantic tension later on, like a larger romantic moment, maybe they unearn that. But at this moment, they've definitely set up for that home run right now. If they were to have later on a makeout scene or a Chisa holds Rover's hands, looks into her eyes and says, maybe when we leave here, I would like to show you around my town and meet my parents, I might be like, yeah, sure. That's kind of earned. If they do it properly. Now, of course, now I need to couch it in the other so this is Wuthering Waves, and the authors of this game are fucking absolute shit, awful. Their writing is terrible 90% of the time. 95% of the time, their writing is fucking awful. But for some reason, so far this quest has been quite good. Now, I'm not engaging with all the side stuff, and maybe that's like a narrative element of it, that I just don't engage in side stuff when it comes to all the others, but like, yeah, I think if Wuthering Waves fans looked at Chisa's quest and somehow turned around and said, oh, nah, this is really loser stuff, I think they don't deserve to have good narrative. I'm not going to help out AOE. Fuck you. I want to go this one. Where is it? That's down there. Whee! Yeah, this is way better. This is way better than anything else Wuthering Waves has done. Now, is it amazing? Is it like the most peak of peaks? No. But it's done the baseline things that I would hope for it. So, I fucking hate that people... Oh, look, I can bring in the flowers. Man, I like the flowers. Like, I mean, I'm not a, like, oh yeah, like, wow, flower art. Like, wow, this is the greatest game ever. That doesn't, like, do that for me, but it's nice. The way to Neon Terror isn't just Ray, but lucky us, we've got this. Shut the fuck up, Namipon. Press this. Why are you moaning so much, fucking little rat? You cock block me, and now, well, I wouldn't say cock block. I don't think Chisa is the type of girl to go in for a kiss up there. I mean, Rover is. If I had direct control of Rover. Although, at this point in time, if I had direct control of Rover, she would be, like, so pregnant right now. Actually, no, they wouldn't work. No, wait a minute. All the other girls are pregnant. How? I don't know. Fudacock magic. She's a god. Zeus can grow a body whenever it wants, so I'm pretty sure I can do it too. I fucking hate the flickering that you guys can't see that I can see. Okay, it's kind of going away. All right, let's leave. I'm leaving for the tower. Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. God, I hate the flickering. It's actually driving me insane. Alright, let's go. Let's go see what's on the other side of the sonosphere. Let's see if they can fuck it up. Let's see if they fuck it up. That's the question. Yeah. Wow, we got really close. Well, holy shit, we just made it. Okay. Big tower hiding in the broken city. Finally open it. Let's go. Okay, easy enough. Fucking Chisa, what the fuck? I thought you didn't have cancer. I thought you just like hate people like. Oh, they're all coughing. What are you talking about? There's a tree in here. Oh my god, did they make it out of asbestos? Oh fuck. Alright, I'll be clear. I need to bypass this and find a way to the top. Simic gave it this far, she would have left signs for me to follow. Okay, let's have a look. Bonk, bonk. It's well, I couldn't see that because we stopped thinking. Fuck. I'm using my magical powers to bring out the fucking capybaras again. Why? Don't know. Sumika's amber. Oh, look, it's Sumika again. Oh shit, her legs. Oh shit. Was this like on the thing before? Is she got super cancer? She's like doing some reading. Hand rate is notably rushed. I should be around. It should be around noon. I've reached the third floor of the neon tower. Rubble from the building scattered around, floating like kaleidoscope. Some pieces have stuck to my clothes. It looks like I'm covered in rainbow frosting. Okay, so it wasn't. But my body is getting colder. It turns out I was right. Either these sugar crystals or the entire city are slowly draining the body heat of anyone who doesn't belong here. Okay, so the closer to the center, the faster this effect happens, I'm guessing. I need to keep moving, need to find the... Okay, so, fuck, we're gonna, like, get frozen. Okay. Aren't we gonna go freaked out, like, what the hell? Like, we're fucking gonna turn to icy pops? Alright, let's go! There we go, mentioned it. Wee. Look at little fountain thing. The fucking tower's taking away warmth? Namipon, you're meant to be here though. Like, you're not an outsider, so why the fucking... Oh, I guess it's a weird thing. But, alright, let's go through the painting. Let's go meet the painting and try not to, like, freeze our balls off. What's going on? What the hell's this? Alright, let's go do whatever we need to do with the radiation crystals. More Namipon bullshit. I fucking hate Namipon. I hope he dies. Suika's amber. Alright, let's go have a look. Oh shit! She's getting more frozedoned. It's been 5 full hours since I entered the tower. Nearly half that time was wasted. Because I took the wrong path forward. My watch is not entirely covered in moss. It spreads so quickly. There's no doubt now. Time inside the tower flows differently from the outside. Yeah, I mean, figured that. No, the entire economy is out of sync. I passed through countless time fragments. I saw my 10th birthday party cake, balloons and flowers from my coming of age ceremony, and the lab coat I forced when I worked black. Sure, it was happiness, surreal like a dream. I couldn't get lost in it. I took off my protective gloves and ran my fingers across the corroded surface, trying to touch the reality in front of me. Surprisingly, I felt warm, like the veins of some living creature. The riding wave is here as if holding it started to shake. Or maybe the warmth was a hallucination born out of being so cold. My mind is slipping. I can't stop. Now I knew from the start this would never be an easy path, but so what? Even the most dangerous equation still needs someone willing to solve it. All right, I think.
つまり前の道は間違っている。
Okay, let's not go that way.
後ろよ。
You don't look cold. Yeah, fuck you, Namipon. Freeze to death. Get frozen. Get frozen. Get frozen. Leaving time. I want to go up the tower. Wait, where is this? Did that say the Hokage's residence? Oh my god. Is this a Naruto reference? Big tree. We should have brought, like, you know, warm jacket. We should have brought fucking jackets. Is it going to turn and say, I was expecting you, Namipon? I always thought he would turn. Oh shit. Maybe we're not gonna see Sumika anytime soon. The handwriting sorting, yet forceful, searching deep into the page. Each endless fragments of time I didn't expect to witness my entire life play out like this place. Honestly, it was a good life. The repeated crossings and blurring of my senses have made it impossible to judge the passage of time. Even in the hands of my watch have stopped at last. Caught by the moss's hold. But that's okay. I achieved my goal. After countless trials and error, I finally mapped out every correct path. I know this probably won't make it to the top, though. Doesn't matter. Even if I don't live to see the end, doesn't matter. All I wanted was to lay down a clear goal for those who come and walk across my bones and reach the light. That's enough for me. In fact, the next words are nearly illegible. Smudge trembling. I feel content. Trembling hands writes, I feel content. Something tells me she didn't. I remember that night that when I was 18. Oh my god, she's legal! I just passed the Black Shores assessment. I stood overlooking the sea by the Haven Sprouts, gazing up at the sky. Back then, I believed the truth was hidden beyond the stars. Now, I'm curled up inside a steel tower, maze of a neon tower, watching the lament tear space apart. Watching fragments on past my whole life, I've never been this closer to the truth. Across time, I reached out to my 18-year-old self. Space collapsed around me. My mind catches fire in the light. I feel myself unraveling, being stripped away, broken down and engraved. And then I hear my 18-year-old voice saying, so you really made it here. Was she beneath the tree? There's no body. Is that meant to be like a grave? We're not going to get Chisa commenting? Not good. Let's see. Alright, let's see some more Amber. And well, that's got to be the last one that was before. Like, how should you write anything more? Death cutscene? Body? No corpse? No corpse? Oh, one last Amber. Corpse? Corpse? Ah. Chisa's gonna get it. Ooh, we can see what's gonna happen here. Oh, she gets to see it. She mapped the correct path. She's pretty good. Now, how are they gonna treat characters reacting to Sumika's death? Chisa specifically. Oh, here we go. I looked at you in the shower. I remembered it, and I didn't want to tell you. Okay, I'm just gonna stop doing that. Oh, she's still alive? Or is it... No, this is the memory, right? Oh, oh, her eyes are ice now too. That's fucked up. Ah, because of like the fractures in time and stuff. Ah, so this is how it happened. She can see people from Blackshore.
中の人たちを助けて。閉じ込められているわ。
And then she drags us in.
私の友達がここに今も。お願い、一度くらい賭けに勝たせて。
Is there a corpse?
なんて偉い子なの。
Namipon, you are such a retarded little monster munchkin thing. This is not the time for you to talk at all. You should shut the fuck up.
街の裏に潜む悲鳴まで目と鼻の先だったのに、誰かが先へもっと上へ進んでくれさえすればそれでよかったみたい。
She got so close to finding the source of the lament, but so long as someone keeps going where she left off, she wouldn't have regretted it.
きっと後悔のない人生だったんだね。
No one wants to see the fucking mascot try and say the sad fucking lines. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's keep watching because I want to see like gacha games like to play out their emotional things in like. Oh, now it's a giant monster fight. Can't have a gacha game with a giant monster fight.
あれ、なんだか空間が切り刻まれてるような。
Oh my god.
気づけませんでした。まさか外の悲鳴とは違うんでしょうか。
Well,
それともすでにネオンタワー全体が悲鳴に飲み込まれ一部となっているとか。
whatever the fact is, Chisa, we gotta just fight it.
漂白者さん、ナミポン、私を掴んで。
Alright, take her hand.
わかったよ、チさん。
Oh my god, hold on to our hand. Oh my god, a crack is appearing in front of our face. I hope Namipon dies as well. I would be happier if Namipon fucking died. We'll have to see. Will they bring back... I don't think Sumika bringing back would be a right move. I feel like Sumika being dead is the correct approach, but...
また切り裂かれた。
Alright, we'll give it in a moment.
強くなってるけど、霜や凍結はなさそう。
The temperature's dropping, there's no frost or ice anywhere. Could mean the tower is really absorbing warps from human bodies, just like Sumika suspected.
塔が太陽を奪っているの。
Alright, so...
風の導きの
Sumika dying or being dead, I like it. I like it. I like it. And like her death, she was an NPC as we suspected. She wasn't just fucking 4-star fodder that was going to show up. Because if she would, she'd be standing here like, I've been waiting for you, Chisa. Smiled, giggled. Now let's get into the science mode or some bullshit like that. See, NPCs are the only ones who get the fucking chance to like sacrifice themselves in these fucking games. I swear. They're the only ones that really get to suffer. Everyone else is like, they were suffering until you came along. That said, I'm more just complaining in general in that sense. That said, you know, I liked it. I don't know, like, it's short. The quest is short. It didn't build up crazily Sumika, but it did a decent job with Chisa, which really does make up for anything they couldn't do with Sumika. Sumika was entirely built up by Chisa talking about her a little bit and showing how she cared for Sumika. And then on top of that, like the little messages we got from Sumika. But in general, I would say like Chisa's response was the part that really kind of like all Chisa's emotional nature really brought out the feelings about Sumika, and therefore made her sacrifice a justifiable position and an interesting one. I like it as well. Red 40, my favorite drink. Fucking alcoholics, I swear. Well, actually, Red 40, is that like an energy drink? I don't even need drink energy drinks. Like, legitimately, I drink nothing. I'm pathetic. I'm like, water, bro! I love my hydration. But no, I like the scene. Now, could they fuck it up? Now, let's think about how they could fuck it up. They could fuck it up by magically bringing back everyone in the sea, but I'd still be like, as long as like Sumika stayed dead, I'd be like, it's alright. I would prefer it if they were to bring the city back, that there wouldn't be like a magical like bullshit that brought the people back. What I'm suspecting is that this won't be the end of the story because the Fractus haven't really been involved that much, so they've been referenced, so something tells me We'll get up there to do something, and then the Fractius will be like, well, no, we are doing evil things. And then we'll have to do another ring around the rosy with Chisa and the Fractius. And then eventually, then we'll get the true ending. But we'll see. Let's go. Because I'm enjoying myself. Because this is probably a very nice... Oh, research report. Controllable Sonoro project, test project. Test site, core zone level L4, former neon tower power distribution room. Irregular crystallization level 3 of 4, I guess. Surpass level 3 alert threshold. During test, field test number 20, academic unit overloaded, trigger localized spatiotemporal fracture. The lament capturer intercepted a frequency of unknown origin. Signature analysis complete, primary origin Laroy. Frequency detection failed. Signal dissipating. All personnel evacuate immediately. Oh, so like the fucking the fucking Fractius. The Fractius surprisingly were like. The Fractius fucking, like, help their members escape? That's weird. Hello, Fractius. Who's this guy? Oh, they're all dead. All the Fractius died. Oh my god, the poor Fractius guys. It's a red food dye that many foods use. Oh, okay. Those poor Fractius. They're like, oh god, we gotta escape, things are going wrong. Just die. Poor guys. I know you're like a villain, but like, you know, they're getting their shit cucked in as well. Let's see what goes on. What? Who threw a car at me? What happened to all these people? What? Sense, don't be scared, hold my hand. They painted the crooked tree again. I'm guessing there's... Get away from the window. Why you're lost again? Oh, fuck. Run away. I must return. Oh, fuck. Stay away from that thing. I'm assuming. And then a monster's good. No! No going home, nerds! You will die here because I demand it. I want Chisa to come back because she has, like, really good fucking moves. I'm just a fucking boring ass, Rove. Fuck you! Fuck. Use the super power. Fucking da-da-da-da. Ah! Stab it! There we go, victory. When do you get to the breastfeeding minigame? Soon. See, look at that fish's open mouth. We're getting to the dick sucking minigame soon. Oh, now we're in like New York? Okay. Oh, fuck you! Ow! Well, no, that ruined my rhythm. Oh god, the bus is coming for me! Why can't I turn around? Oh, you have to be like this? Okay. Okay, let's go this way. Okay, it's like side. I can only. Oh, fuck you! Okay, I don't actually get. It's once again no control type thing. So we're entering one of those like action scenes with no real control kind of situations, or at least we were for a little bit. Now I gotta fight the guy. How dare you kill those Fractus? That was my job! Killing mooks is my position. You can't steal it. Oh, Chisa. Oh, shit. What? Wait, why is she like fucking flickering in and out? Oh my god, I mean, Chisa, you shouldn't be like disappearing like that. You got like fucking bad network issues. Maybe it's a copy? Or like... Hey, why was it blinking? Oh god! Her head bomb is about to go off! Chisa, what the fuck, bro? Chisa, you're like, the neck bomb is about to explode. Grab my hand, you fuckwit! I tried to grab her hand, but it was very lewd of me, I know. Hand grabbing without consent. What am I doing, yeah? What am I doing? Am I some sort of degenerate? Yes. Yes, I am. Oh my god, the villain. He's gonna stab me. Wait, he just left? Come back here! Oh, now I have to do the flying minigame. Hey, go away. Stop that. Can't suppress the forgetting? What are they trying to... I fucking... Get out of my way! Too heavy. Well, I mean, okay. I mean, everyone has fate, has problems. Wait, I forgot how I go up. How do I go up again? I forgot how to control the flying minigame. How do you go up in this game? Like, seriously. Okay. Okay, 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 it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, so it's just like... It's just slow. Fine. It's fine. Fine. Fine, it's fine, it's fine. Hey, look at this, it's fine. It's fine, yep, it's fine. See, I made it. I'm so good at this. I'm a genius flight master. I hope no one steals my canvas shoes while drying them outside. You're just asking for failure. You're asking them for to be stolen. You? What is... No, I won't get out. Fuck you, I'm here for cheese. Don't touch our cocoon. Woven for many years, I guess. Oh, the fucking talking monster thing. Oh, it got stabbed by Chisa. Switching viewpoint to Chisa's perspective. Ah, I figured. Chisa showed up and stabbed it. All right, let's play as the as cute Chisa. Let's see. What did Chisa go through? She was like, I have been sent into a pocket dimension 1 hour ago. Damn, we were running through that place for 1 hour? 1 hour? Damn, Arova, you taking the fucking scenic route? She's in the school land. Another place spliced by the unit? This is like a fucking school, like a gym class situation. I can't jump. Wait, I'm the transfer student? Wait. So what, she got in trouble? Also, I don't like how it fucking cuts it off as they walk forward. I want to listen. Okay, I gotta introduce myself. So she's stuck in some sort of weird... This is her own memories. My homeland, a solitary island walled on all sides. Much like myself. Dear passenger, mine attacked a field detective to cause the train delayed for approximately 30 minutes. They banned those freaks? Oh my god. Yeah. No. Okay, so the society was... You awakened to correct a classmate that was being bullied. What a good girl. And then they... The device will help you return to a normal life. Oh, but they start bullying her. I don't know if I'd bully someone with wizard powers. Like, legitimately, I don't know if I'd do that. Don't provoke me. She was not in a happy situation. Oh, look, she's a little, like, paper person. In conclusion, strict oversight of residents is essential for societal sustainability. Yeah, that's a very political thing that they would do. Did you hear? Kuchiba girl? Who would have thought? Oh my god. They're bullying her! Clients have been cancelling orders because she's got the fucked up stuff. You blame it on our daughter?
守ってあげられなくて
Dad couldn't, Mum couldn't protect you.
もうザリーです。
I've had enough. She's back on the train. Wait, am I doing something here? No. This is a loading screen. This is
ここは車掌カフェ。
the train conductor cafe.
チさん
Oh my god, it's their friend from school.
あなた
Talk to your old schoolmates. No! I can't move. I can only move in that direction. Damn it. Yeah, it's Bully, the girl who accidentally cut someone in half, who accidentally cut someone in half by accident. I don't remember her doing that in the flashback, but that kind of does kind of pull out why the idea is a standard one, but it's well done because these kind of stories only work when you connect me with the character, and they've done a good job of connecting me with Chisa. So I care about Chisa and I care about her situation, and I totally get that a nation would do this. Advanced nation, politics. I'm scared of everyone. Hey, look, Namipon showed up. Fuck you, Namipon. Like, you know, advanced nation, state. They want to control and stop.
おそらく
Oh, look at the. What's this cute little. What the fuck?
犯人はこの人ですね。
Oh, she's looking through a fucking murder mystery book. So I'm pretty caught in so far. I like that little scene. I like the build up. I'm pretty happy so far. Let's see. Is this like the girl she saved or something, and now she's scared of her?
チさんチさんありがとう
ありがとうなんて
For what?
どうして？
忘れちゃったの宿題教えてくれたじゃんさすがだよ
Like, okay,
難しい問題クラスでチサしか解けないよ
Chisa solves some math programs with her. So this is showing what all the girls probably thought before.
前は誤解してごめんね泣かない
I was so wrong with you before. Don't be mad at me.
親友だよね
We can still be friends, Chisa. Okay, so maybe she wants to be friends. So that's
私は
okay. That's unexpected.
よろしくやっぱり許してくれると思ってたよめっちゃ優しいしチサって最高だね
So the girls, like maybe she was bullying or she was like distant, and then now she wants to make up again.
そうだ。みんな私の友達です。
Okay, they're all my friends. Are they going to turn on her or something? There's a lot of different people in here. Let's see. Are these ones going to be the ones that turn on her?
来てくれたんだありがとうチサのおかげでみんな助かったよ
Okay, they were friends. Maybe she like saved her classmates. They only said that she accidentally hurt someone with her ability. Yeah, and then everyone gets scared because they're like, well, to be honest, like, let's think about it. In our societies, most societies are like terrified of. In the UK, if you hold a fucking butter knife, you get arrested. Like, let's be honest. Someone who has some level of power that is scary, like, gets fucking immediately fucking controlled in our societies. It is not at all a stretch to think this would happen. In fact, I stand by that if anyone could start getting magic powers, even if those magic powers were used to fight off some other monsters that showed up, those people would be regulated to hell. I'm not kidding you. They would go all the way. This same shit that's happening would probably happen in our societies. It would definitely not be a pogrom of like, let's round them up and kill them like, you know, the Soviets did for certain things. It would be more like a similar to this, where it's like, we are gonna fight politically, we gotta stop this stuff like this, and we're gonna like we'll keep a society safe and secure, because they want their fucking politics, and politics is very easy to follow when you're talking about protecting people. Everyone's scared people will vote very quickly for you, as long as you get out ahead of that. As long as people think they're scared, if they're in danger, and you immediately are the person who starts yelling the loudest about how you're going to protect them and how you have a plan, everyone's going to vote for you. Like, it doesn't matter if your plan is mean or cruel, that's going to happen. So unironically, this is what would probably happen in our societies. There would be rules that say you can't discriminate, rules that say, look, we'll just put on this, but the truth of the matter, culturally, it would immediately regress into a, you're one of them? even if like technically you wouldn't or couldn't or shouldn't. And you know, maybe they'd be right. Maybe in this world or perhaps in this era, people do lose control very often. Maybe there's a statistical likelihood you get fucked over by them, and at which point it's like, fuck, you can't blame them because they're kind of justified and stuff like that. But who knows? We don't have all the stats on it.
助かった。いえ、
Saving it, that isn't
何
right.
かの間違いです。
I didn't. Oh,
私は
謙遜しなくていいって。
stop being modest. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. We love you so
僕たちは生
much.
き残れなかったよ。クラスの大恩人。
Yeah, I mean,
いや、
she
救世主だ。
she saved everyone in class. Too bad she couldn't get their faces.
このカフェで何の心配もせず暮らせてるのは全部チサのおかげ。
Oh, thanks.
私
We
た
can
ち
be
に
here
はチサ
because
が
of
いない
you.
とダメなの。
Really? Did I help you? Is it?
私が
Is it gonna?
あな
Of
たたちを助け
course. Don't you remember?
覚えてないの？ほら、あそこで待ってる先生やクラスメートも助けてくれたでしょ。
Oh my god, you saved everyone? What the fuck? Oh god, I thought I was first personing. Oh my, we're just like really close shouldering. Hello! Tell me about how awesome I am. Well, Chisa is.
みんなが笑顔なのはチサが
Everyone's got a smile,
助
place
けて
would
く
be
れたから
empty
だよ。
again.
チサ、こっちに来ない？
Is this like some sort of like drag you into like happiness type
こ
thing?
のクラスにはチサちゃんが必要なんだ。
You know, look at happy memories when they're not actually true? It feels great to be loved, to
こう
be
いう
needed.
のは嫌いだ
Could
った。
you really give that up?
チサ、こっち来ないの？
チサちゃん。
Why don't you come over,
こっち
Chisa Chan?
来ないの？
Oh, they're all like they're all like, come over here, come on in. Or should she return to the harsher memories type situation of like the reality that despite saving the people, they actually fucking hated her and were scared, well, rather got scared of her maybe. And they clearly bullied her. If this is a Chisa saved them and then they immediately turn to bullying, I don't know if I said it before, but bullying a wizard is fucking stupid. Do not bully a wizard. It's a lie, Chisa. Don't do it. They're gonna detonate your collar bomb. Oh my god. Someone contact the... Oh, they're gonna have a knife? Like, the one she passed stopped like... Oh, dude. Oh, it's the spooky ghost she occasionally helps.
こっち、私の手を掴んで。
Oh, that was me! I said that! Hey, I clicked the right one. Oh, shit. Okay. Alright, so the lament's kind of fucking with her brain? That was her classroom? Oh, yeah, like now all their outfits are like... Okay, really appreciate that. Their outfits are no longer what's in this city. It very clearly shows she was never from this city in the first place. Unless that's going to be a weird reveal. Because for a minute... It's just... Okay, alright. Wait, we'll just leave it there? Okay, she's... Star Torch Academy. Okay, and once again, can't really control it, but alright. Wow, look at the like 1950s future tech-esque thing we got going on here. So this is her classroom?
体の具合はどう？もう大丈夫？
That's fine, my body's great.
またオーバークロックしそうになったら必ず私に教えてね。
I also have a clock detector on the collar. If anyone goes wrong, we'll immediately know.
もしチサに何かあったらすぐにわかるように。
So, I must be, but so overclocking,
心配しないでくださいね。
nothing to be afraid of. So
僕た
overclock.
ちはチサのことを
ここで勉
頼り
強しない
になる
You should
仲間
believe in
だと思って
yourself
るよ。
more too.
だから
Okay, why are they all being nice to her? Was they really nice to her, or was she bullied? I can't tell. Like, is she seeing a false memory, or is what she wanted to be, or perhaps like how things changed when she maybe she overclocked and then fucked
こ
up?
れは君がもともと持っていた力だ。僕たちは星の海に足を
The
踏み入
power
れ
is
る
always
という
yours. We
選
already
択
get a
肢を
choice to
与
step
え
into
て
the
過ぎ
stars,
ない
seek the truth, to protect the ones
よ。
around
真
you.
理を探し求めながら周りの一人一人を守る道を。
Okay. What are they
よう
offering?
こそスタート内学園へ。口ばちささん。
Star Torch Academy, Chisa. Okay, so this is the maybe it was a different, like she started off at one school and she went to a new one when she got like her sonoro thingy, or I'm a little lost still. Bully all wizards.
何日も隠れて
Damn! I'd hit immediately, 100%. 12 kids. Smiling girl, short hair, spiky, looks like she's energetic. Hell yeah. Probably Chiefs are more likely though. Anti-Magic Academy 35 test platoon I should always bully yeah, always bully magic users. Yeah, it's fucking bad idea. We know you overclock, but that doesn't change anything. You never heard us. So I really, okay, the one negative that's gonna come in here, and this is just like gonna be possibly a me thing. Overclocking. I never knew resonators had like a danger. Like the first place we went to, the Jade Tech place, resonators were essentially just cultivators. Like, okay, I've been reading too many cultivation novels, but essentially they just were like the local wizards that helped out when like shit went wrong. They're like, yeah, you're like the person who can summon magical stuff and use your magic powers to fight the monsters and not get corrupted. So like that was it. Like you were just like an adventurer basically. They didn't talk about how there was like an overclocking thing. I don't remember hearing about this at all, to be honest. That's the one negative I should point out, but that's a mild negative overall. Anyway. We were super worried when you ran off from it. Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, she accidentally stabs you or uses her ability to fuck someone's day. Is there a way to treat your condition? Maybe we can ask the... I mean, yeah, maybe they can. I mean, she is still a student, so she'd still be in class right now. Because she went here while she was in school. That reminds me, I've got to get the music for Wuthering Waves. Okay, then the Academy put this on her. So that came after, or they're testing it. And it like detects whether she's going to overclock or whatever the fuck that is. You can take it off whenever you want. It won't bind you anymore, and it never should have. Alright, so she was at a school, maybe before this place, and like it fucked up. And then like she suffered under that. She isolated herself, and then she went to a new school? That's a problem, you didn't do the side stuff. Yeah, well... I would argue Wuthering Waves' main story did not at all endear me at all to do the side stuff. To make me do the side stuff, you need to make me care about the story and the world. And Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 did, like, the worst job ever of making me give a single flying fuck about anything in Wuthering Waves. Until maybe this moment where I'm like, wow, I should have done it. If I had, like, a smart person... who I could like say, okay, give me just like the barest of bare side stories that I should do, I might have done them, but otherwise, you know. It feels like this is more of like a character quest for Chisa, more than in a lot of ways. You're right, Michael Child, I believe you link the furthest stars together. What's with this like reaching stars? Are they in a fucking, is that like just the staying in the academy, or are they literally going to send them to space, which sounds really cool? Why would you trust me? Oh, poor girl. She doesn't, because nobody trusted her. Everyone was mean to her because she had superpowers and she accidentally hurt someone with her fucking scissors. Oh, but then I'm talking because we're partners. She's remembering all the good things and I'm the best thing. I don't know why, but oh no, I shouldn't say that. It isn't only natural for me to not trust you. Hell yeah. You can do it, Chisa. You can overcome, there's nothing you can't overcome. Excuse me, she's talking to a male student. I don't like this. Can we just... This is basic, this patch was basically the build up to 3.0. Alright, fair enough. You carry a strength deeper than anyone, she said. If you don't fall 10,000 times, you'll still find the courage to rise again. You just haven't lost. She's a good teacher. You know, support students who are clearly gone through like a difficult time. Fellow students in the class. Maybe they all have resonator abilities or something, and there's like a class full of resonators or something. We're gonna go even further. Just wait and see. Why do these two look like fucking clones? Make out? The teacher looks like them too.
あなたの未来に期待しています。
Well, Chisa's extremely hot, so, you know, I mean, I'd be looking forward to looking at Chisa as well. What? Chisa hella hot. I'd hit. What? 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 Oh, what's going on here? Oh, that's the, Sumika.
その間ちゃんと自分の面倒くらい見るのよ。
Sumika, you fool! You shouldn't have run away!
困った時はこの人を信じて。誰も導いてくれなかったとしてもちーちゃんなら明日へ向かって歩いていけるわ。
Alright, now I gotta fight people.
思いっきり走るのよ。破れない壁なんてないわ。破れない壁はありません。帰ります。
There are some mild negative things I'll say, but I'll leave them to you.
必ず帰ってみせます。
But she made it back from her weird... Oh, because remember... Oh, yeah, that's right! She said that they were all... She got, like, pulled into, like, a weird time vortex thing which showed her a bunch of things from her past, happy and sad times. And she got locked in those. That was what Sumika did. So that's what happened to Chisa. But we didn't get that because we got no memories, apparently. Alright, there we go. Alright, I fully understood. I was a little confused. I was like, why did this happen? And then I was like, oh shit. I paid attention, didn't I? Oh my god, black goo monster. Shut the fuck up, Namipod. I was hoping you were dead. I was hoping you were dead. Shut the fuck up, Namipod. Every time you appear, I get more infuriated you exist. That thing is right over there. Oh my god, it's just a black goo monster. Oh my god, it kill the black... Are you alright, Chisa?
ええ。空間がひどく切り裂かれて、もう少しで方向を見失うとこ
She
ろ
got a little washed. Little washed.
これからは、ええ。あの本来の場所を送り返しましょう。
Alright, let's see if the music in this boss battle can really do it.
邪魔です。
Let's go! Fuck you. Ow, 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 ow. Holy shit. Ow! Holy shit, this thing hits like a truck.
荒波を聞いてみよう。
Namipon. Activate Namipon power. Get stabbed. Activate Namipon power. Ow. Ow, fuck. Ow! God damn it! Don't get me in that. Whew. Whew. Let's throw a pair. Okay, we're almost, when we get him down to the yellow, we'll use our super ability. There we go. Fuck you. Get fucked. Oh shit, what happened? Did I win? Okay, I won. I beat the random enemy monster thing. Alright. Let's go through this before I mention any of my thoughts on some of the stuff. If we can get to that point. Oh my god, we're at the top of the tower! Where's the button that says... Oh, Mr. Lashbush! These people all died.
これが結末なんだね。なのに始まりと全く同じ姿をしてるなんて。
Wait, what? That's her? Oh, when she was hanging out in the city?
最近の異常について
Oh, the...
ちょっと新しい発見があったわ。中心部の塔に近いほど、なるほど。この針の速さ。
じゃーん、街のスーパースター降臨できたよ。ふうふう、あちゃちゃちゃ。 パの新作よ。ママ、聞いてよ。もうすっかり転んじゃったんだ。
おかえり。
おかえりなさい、ちいちゃん。
Oh, she's thinking about her own
どんなに
parents.
遠くへ行っても好きな時に帰っておいで。ちいちゃんの無事と幸せだけを祈ってるわ。
I have thoughts. I have thoughts. Oh my god, Namipon's gonna die too! Oh, thank god. Thank god. Die, Namipon. Die, you fucking little rat monster. Cock-blocking piece of shit. Yes. Yes. Yes, Namipon's dead, everyone. Finally. All mascot characters should die. Sorry. Is this the end of the quest? We didn't even see what the Fractus were up to, aside from they just showed up to do a little bit of, like, science, and then they got bullied. Why are you out here alone? What's going on, Chisa? You just chilling? Just chilling? Haven't we left the fucking city yet?
まだすぐには受け入れられなくて、
I can't quite accept it.
彼らがずっと前に亡くなっていることは知っていましたし、サノラが作り出した反響人間に過ぎない。
I know there are only vibrations shown or created, but they're all gone. No, there's one right there. Can't you see in the background? Look, there's one far there as well. I can see another one.
いざ目の前から消えてしまうと、
You need time.
いや、例えば
Even Namipon, even though we're only here for 2 months, every time I came back to the cafe, it was always there waiting for me. Well, don't worry. The game logic means that I'll probably just go to this area and Namipon will just be there forever.
慣れてしまっていました。
I hope Namipon's truly dead. I guess, like, the quest objects have to stay here for because I didn't do all the minor
い
quests
つ
and
か
stuff.
向き合わないと。
No choice. I have to face it. Let's go. Pardon me. We're gonna go now to the cafe and be like, Namipon, you're dead. And then Namipon's gonna be like, I'm back. Yep. See, that stupid fucking Namipon's back. I hate it. I hate it. I fucking hate Namipon so much. I can't believe Namipon's back. This is literally 0 out of 10. This is the worst. This is the worst Wuthering Waves quest I've ever seen. I just wish someone could just shoot Namipon and he'd just die forever. Can I join the Fractors? I've seen the darkness of this universe, and it is Namipon coming back. After I was so satisfied, I was like, yay, Namipon died! And they had to just take it away from me. I never get anything. They're like, oh, detective, you can have a good story and like a waifu that you really like in Wuthering Waves. I'm like, really? And we're even going to kill the mascot character? Really? No, the mascot character can't die. And I'm like, fuck you. Yeah, okay, yeah, obviously. Why are you back?
ナミポン、どうして？
I'm bullying. Shut the fuck up, Namipon. I hate Namipon so much. He should never have been... Like, yeah, his death was fine.
そろそろ行かないとって言いましたよね。
Now she's upset because she feels like she was being let down. Because you said, this Namipon basically said, I'm gonna die. Because I had to go back to the cafe. You are... Okay, I don't like them ending this on a joke, if that's how that is. I mean, it is just... That's a negative mark against this quest. I don't like, yeah, let's turn death of a character into a joke. I guess it is a mascot character, but nah. Not a fan. Not a fan. Shut the fuck up, Namipon. You made Chisa upset. I hate your existence, and I hope all of your family and bloodlines suffer forever. Like, going forward, every instance of the Namipons continuously suffer greater misfortune until they all commit suicide. I mean, yeah, Chisa's just too hard to accept that this guy is a stupid mutant. I guess these other Namipons I would have met if I went on the, like, the side stories in this area. There wasn't many side stories I saw. I think there was like 2, maybe 3. Like the black cat on the ground, the girl up top who I mentioned. Fuck, I don't want to be close to... Oh my god, I just want to punch it. Fucking... Can I put a part in my video dedicated to just killing Namipon? What's your plan next, Chisa? We have to leave here. There's something I need to finish with. Yeah, aren't we going to leave together? Do we know how to leave? Before that, you need to handle something personal. Oh? Funeral? Funeral for Sumika? Can you finally tell me that we're in love? Tell me what? Shut the fuck up, Namipon. Shut the fuck up, go away, Namipon. You're ruining everything. My overclocking symptoms are... Okay, what is it? What happens? What happens when she overclocks?
私のオーバークロック症状は完全には解決していません。このソノラの中ではなんとか安定していますが、
My overclocking systems are not fully resolved. Inside the Sonora, things are stable, but once I leave, I don't know if
い
I'll
つ発
stop.
症するかわかりません。
That's a fear, yes, but I think I believe in yourself. It's fine.
たとえオーバークロックしても、むやみに人を傷つけたりはしません。
Sumika mentioned she once sent some friends researchers. Yeah, me, literally. I'm literally God. I got to say it this quest as well, guys. I'm literally a god, Chisa. You've been chosen by Zeus. Allow me to go get my fucking underlings in Blackshore to fix you. Don't worry. That's literally me. I'm literally... Yeah, that's me. I'm the Blackshore girl. I happen to know her friends. Don't say that. Don't say trusting me now. No, just say I know her friends. I'm just going to tell her. Yeah, just I know her friends. Come to Blackshore with me. I don't like the United Leader... Wait, what about, like, her family and friends? Well, what about her family and friends? Like, where's her actual city? Or am I supposed to believe she was in this city? I don't think she was. If that's the reveal, I didn't pick up on that at all. Going to Blackshore to, like, fix herself? That's pretty good. But what about her friends and stuff? Like, her family? Even though she wants to see... Shut the fuck up, Namipon! You ruin everything! You remove, like, a significant enjoyment from this quest by existing. Holy shit, Namipon! I hate fucking mascot characters. Oh my god. Kill all mascot characters. Crush all mascot chorus. Put mascot characters in the wood chipper. Put mascot characters against the wall. Drown mascot characters. Put mascot characters into broken homes in the foster system and watch them bleed from their eyes when they get beaten by their drunken fathers. Holy shit. Some new beginning. Shut the fuck up now. Wait, that's... Wait, don't tell me Sumika's back. If Sumika's back, this is gonna be an entire fucking negative. Okay, well, not an entire negative, but man, God, fucking Wuthering Waves authors, don't do it to me. Don't do it. Don't randomly have Sumika come back to life. That's my limit. You already brought back that fucking rat. Even if it was 10 minutes after, like a little less than 10 minutes, like half a minute after. Sumika just standing there being like... Yeah, okay, it's the first place I arrived in Honami. Back then, towers in fell with Lem, and now it's warp space settled in space for good karma. Reach the end. Yeah, and now we're gonna leave? Are we gonna leave? This is where it all begins. Oh my god, is this the escape button? Oh, fucking Ab. No, don't catch it. Don't. Damn it! I fucking hate Ab as well. Namipon's annoying, but this fucking Namipon's more annoying, but I fucking don't like Abby as well. Under my boot.
どうして演じしてくれなかったんだ。なんとか会えてよかったけど、我外で待ってる間にキノコが生えそうだったぞ。本当に。
That was a long way away now, so. Well, yeah, I mean, I would have definitely left you alone. I fucking hate you. Fuck, Chisa likes you. God damn it, now I have to keep him around.
でも今は閉鎖が解かれたみたい。
Yeah, it's already open.
ブラックショアのみんなのおかげだぞ。昼も夜も休まずにいっぱい機器を設置してたら、ここと外のつながりがどんどん強まって裂け目が現れた。
Yeah, 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 you stupid little fucking stupid rat monster. You slipped in, I don't care. Leave Chisa alone, she's mine. Don't ruin her, rat monster.
新しい友達だな。我らと一緒に。
Shut the fuck up, Abby. Literally, this quest was so much better without you. Every second you are gone is a second I'm happy. Fuck you, Abby.
ちょうどいいところに来たね。私たちも出発するところ。
Yeah, we're about to fucking get the hell out of here. Can you just go back in the hand and never talk?
私たちを待っている人がいる。
Okay, there's people waiting for us. Okay, let's see. Alright, so the quest is over. I got through it pretty fucking fast. Like, I suppose all the other fucking quests, I was dragging my heels. Certainly with Wuthering Waves. But if this is the end of the quest, and we can confirm the final parts of this quest, it's over. Okay. Alright. Learn about Chisa's condition and stuff. Okay. We are like 20 minutes. Alright, well, I mean, I gotta go anyway, because this is the end of stream time. I know I started a little late, but I gotta go. I got shit to do. I gotta write about stuff. Fuck you, Terry. I fucking hate you, Terry. I'm gonna stand on your head. Damn it, I can't be bothered. Alright. Okay, now, obviously there's still a little bit to go, and we'll have to talk about that when it happens. But, in general, let's start with the negatives, actually. Let's start with the negatives I got there. Now, obviously, I already talked midway through about how it managed to, like, kind of connect me with Chisa with that on the top of the thing part. But, I also think that when we got to the memory part, where, like, she was falling through the memories and stuff, it started to get a little bit on the nose. Just a little bit. Like, as in, maybe we could have used an extra 10, like, maybe an extra 20 minutes of, like a story arc where she goes a little bit more into her, like, maybe not just talking about it, but, like, maybe some stuff to get a little closer to Chisa, and she has a little bit of, like, a breakdown moment, rather than just, like, it was a good moment to talk about her family and friends in the terrace part, but maybe a little bit more time to be with Chisa before the whole, now I'm stuck in my memories and I can see everything, and that whole part, because there's a little bit much, not that much, but a little bit much. Sumika's death and stuff, is assuming it isn't just immediately fucking reversed, pretty good. I was all okay with that. I think it was a good way to use her, because, like, once again, NPCs, the only characters that are allowed to get any fucking development in this game. As much as I enjoyed Chisa's changes and development in this, it's very much the same with Gacha Girls, where it's like, you meet them, they have a problem, you solve it, they love you. Or they love you at the start, and then they love you even more. But, Chisa's story was pretty good. But no, I think yeah, just a small pacing issue towards the latter half. A small pacing issue. Also, the villains were a little bit off. That was another one. Now, they weren't focused on. The whole real focus was just, we're in this kind of weird spatial situation. It's nobody's fault, really. But we're just in this situation, and we're just trying to find a way out. And, like, that was the major kind of crux of the story. And I think it was good for it, because I think... but the villains they did introduce, the Fractus were more of a... we're just here kind of thing. Perhaps they were, like, aiming to have Fractus be more of a... like, they were aiming to have the Fractus be a bit of a, we're, like, explaining things indirectly or a red herring of a villain, because like I never got the idea that they were a true villain in that, and they weren't really. They ended up getting their teeth kicked in by that random monster. Now the random monster, the vibe I got is it's some sort of collective person consciousness thing who was like kind of just like a Discord warped guy kind of thing, but like it really was just a fight for the sake of a fight, to be honest. So as far as villains go in it that they tried to add in, now they weren't that great. That said, the villains weren't really the focus, so that wasn't too much of a big negative. The bigger negative I would say is fucking Namipon. Alright, one, mascot character. Very fucking annoying. But I think the biggest issue is, if you're gonna have a mascot character or a comedic joke character fucking die, you follow the fuck through. That ending... The ending being like, okay, Sumika died and then Namiko died? Okay, maybe it was a bit much for the fucking writers. Why'd you kill Namiko? I know you were going for the world is now back to normal and like all of the souls here are disappearing, so like you won't see them again. That's the kind of vibe they wanted to go for Chisa at the end. Even though in the background they had the fucking ghost just hanging out, which was really fucking dumb. That's just another artist, please. You could have eliminated up like a handful of fucking assets in this and this would have looked way better. But Namiko, random death, random comeback was the worst. At most, I would have accepted a, but where's Namiko type thing, because Namiko doesn't show up at the end. And then like they rush back to the cafe and find Namiko and she's just like, you're here, unlike my other friends and family and stuff that left me in that first school I was in. You came back. Or you're still here, that's something I should treasure. As opposed to, Namiko has a fake death? God, that pissed me the fuck off. Mostly because I hated Namiko, so I was very happy with the idea of Namiko fucking dying. But, yeah. And even if that was a death, that was a bit of a, like a lame death. It was a bit of a, but it was an alright ending. And they just, like, fucking ruined it with that stupid Namiko thing. When you said, Venix, build up for future quests. If I would say this much: if Chisa is involved in future quests and is a much more involved character, I'd be very happy. I liked learning about Chisa. I liked getting close to Chisa. If Chisa was involved in more quests, I'd be happy. As long as they did it properly. Like I know there's like I've talked about in the past, the gacha game tendency to either have characters slip by the wayside and become a I showed up for 10 seconds kind of character. Or something like that. Like, you know, they can... But when Wuthering Waves tends to have a terrible job of balancing these things, so I don't expect anything good from them. But no, as a small, short quest bridging between this and the next quest, which is in probably the Lai Fong or whatever place back in the Big Jade Tech Empire, I quite liked it, and I'm going to say it. In terms of build-up, character... and execution and conclusion, this was hands down the best the best Wuthering Waves quest that have happened so far. And anyone who says, but there was not big stakes, the world wasn't at stake, fuck off. Fuck right off. If you just want to watch a story where there's a big monster and it's gonna blow up the world and we need to stop it, shut the fuck up, get out of my stream, and neck rope yourself. Holy shit, if that's your thoughts process. I'm sorry, but I became a bit mean. But generally speaking, that is my position on the matter. It was the better written, better paced Wuthering Waves stories that we deserved. It beat out the best stuff they had gifted so far, which was probably... The best thing they'd given before this was probably either... the blind swordsman's side fucking story, or fucking Lupus story. Those were the best stories that they've made so far, in terms of quests that I've played and can remember fondly. But Chisa's quest beats all of them because it both builds up and ends in a pretty decent way, in a vacuum. Now, they might be able to find a way to fuck it up, but I can now confidently say, though I would never have reached this point ever on my own. Like, I would never have reached this point if it wasn't for the fact that I made a promise to play the fucking game. I found something that was okay from Wuthering Waves. Now, is that mean I'm going to turn around and my video is going to be a slathering cocks, like, gobbling fest of, like, Wuthering Waves is the best gacha? I don't think so. Not at this moment, anyway. They need to really fucking improve. However, as a introduction and a build-up to the supposed good part of Wuthering Waves, which is 3.0, it is pretty good. That said, the fact that you, Venix, keep telling me that the story, this was the one no one liked and everyone really likes 3.1, only makes me think 3.1 is some bullshit where there's just like a big evil monster that wants to destroy the city, and like there's a girl that is like really sad, but you need to come along and save her, and like, you know, she's gonna fight against the evil monster, and there's just gonna be ass pulls galore. That's all I'm thinking that supposedly the good shit it might turn into. But who knows? Maybe this is the turning moment for the Wuthering Waves authors, or this was just clock is right twice, broken clock right twice a day. We'll have to see. But I would agree with what you said in the past. I think right at the start you called this one an 8 out of 10. For Wuthering Waves, this is definitely a disconnecting myself from everything else that Wuthering Waves does. And accounting for the negative elements of the story, this is probably an 8 or a 7.5 for me out of 10. And I say that being the type of person who tries to not just make 7 an average for everything, because if we're being clear here, the closest anything else has got on Wuthering Waves is maybe a 4.5 to a 5 out of 10, in my opinion. Probably 4.5 if we consider the whole nature of the quest rather than just the good elements, like, of certain elements. So yeah, I think this is definitely the best Wuthering Waves has had to offer for me personally going forward. Will I say that it's still worth it? No, it's definitely not worth it to play it. For anyone who's new to Wuthering Waves, don't play fucking Wuthering Waves. At this moment in time, Wuthering Waves is still fucking torture. And to get to this point, it is not worth the effort. Keeping in mind that I skipped ahead of like I don't grind, I don't fucking do the numbers, I don't do the side quests, I don't fucking touch any of that shit. It still is not worth it to slog through that absolute garbage that is Chapter 1 and the majority of Chapter 2. I don't know why I'm getting these random things come to me. Like a 5.5. Yeah. It's decent. It was a decent quest. I really did connect to some of those emotional moments with Chisa. Chisa is now definitely officially my favorite female character in the series, in terms of a waifu that showed up. There are still problems with the nature of like you know, long-term problems seem to only occur with NPCs, but I liked Chisa. I like how they built her up, and I enjoyed myself. And everyone who apparently didn't like this patch, I don't know what's wrong with you. I can totally get the pacing being a little rushed, but my brother in Christ, if this was the rush pacing for you in Wuthering Waves, everything else must be like going at 12 billion miles a minute, beating like the fucking speed of light, because the pacing of everything else is complete trash outside of a handful of fucking quests and builds up. Chisa's one was fucking like, you know, gold standard for Wuthering Waves, let's be fucking clear, even with the minor issues and the annoyances I mentioned. But thank you for hanging out. Though 3.0 is a 5.5. Oh, okay, so you don't like 3.0. All right, we'll see. We'll see. And we'll see. We'll see. Because, you know, everyone's got their own things, and perhaps your position on 3.0 isn't good. But I will give it a shot. I will try my best with 3.0 as I get there. We'll probably start on 3.0 tomorrow. I assume that's the next quest, 3.0. So, thank you, Chisa, for informing me that a good story can exist within Wuthering Waves. Fuck, I might even be tempted to do Chisa's extra quests if such a thing appears. But, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for chilling. Tomorrow we will do a little bit more, but it'll be the last quest. It'll be the last Wuthering Waves for a few days, at least a week. So anyone who's been enjoying the Wuthering Waves bonanza somehow, be you a VOD watcher or a lurker, that will take a little bit of time, because I have a, as I said yesterday, I got a family member passed away, and I've got to go to the funeral. It's one of those one that everyone's been expecting for quite a while. So Although I do appreciate any thoughts about that and prayers and whatnot. So I've got to go deal with that and be family, and I'll be away for a while. But then when I come back, I will get back into this, and we will continue. Hopefully, I'm planning to hopefully be able to do a little bit more, but I might have my stream timetable will be changing within the next 2 to 3 weeks. I will keep it as consistent to this kind of like after I get back from seeing family, but I will try to keep it as much as I can to this kind of 5 days on type situation I've got going. I'm just kind of getting used to it, but also because I'm seeing that a few people are more positive about me streaming a little bit more consistently. And it's probably because Twitch is just like, oh, but please, stream more, please. I need more people to watch your shitty streams. But no, thank you for hanging out. Thanks for chilling. Thanks for all the people who like to sub and throw their shitty Amazon Prime subscriptions that they don't know what else to do with me. I really appreciate it. And I hope you all have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening, and I will catch you tomorrow for 3.0. We might be sliding down yet again, but until then, have a good one.